Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back. We're doing it again. We are going from Madden 15 to Madden 24, rebuilding a single team. Last time I did this, we took on the Arizona Cardinals, and we had some good success. We won, I think, 3 Super Bowls. We won like 30 awards, individual awards, with a bunch of MVPs, a bunch of best quarterback, best running back, best linebacker, all kinds of stuff. We won a few Coach of the Year awards as well. We did very, very well for ourselves in that Cardinals rebuild from 15 to 24. But the one thing in that rebuild that we didn't accomplish was every single game. Because at the time of recording that video, I had just gotten my PS4 Madden games re-downloaded onto the console, and I didn't realize that once you delete the game and re-download it, you have to re-download the game in the actual game, not just the download file before you load it up for the first time. So, unfortunately, in that episode, Madden, I think it was Madden 18 and 19, we had to completely skip because the games just weren't ready yet. They weren't ready to be downloaded. But this time, that shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to complete the entire rebuild through Madden 15 all the way through to Madden 24. So if you're not familiar with how this works is, we take a team. In this case, it's going to be the San Francisco 49ers because they did, unfortunately, lose in the Super Bowl in real life. But the 49ers have themselves quite the history, quite the rich history of championships and just winning culture in general. In the recent memory and in the 90s and the 80s and all kinds of stuff with Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, all of these amazing players that have come through the doors in San Francisco. But recently, it's been winning culture, but it's been winning culture that doesn't lead to the ultimate win, which is the Super Bowl. The Niners have been in plenty of Super Bowl games in the 2010s and 2000s and 2020s, but they've got no championships to show for it. So we're here to change that. We're going to start in Madden 15. We're going to go rebuild the team, simulate the season. Whatever happens, happens. Take the team that we built in Madden 15, move it on to Madden 16, add some more players potentially, simulate the season. Whatever happens, happens. Take that team, so on and so on, Madden 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then the most current one, Madden 24. It's a very simple concept. You guys will get it if you, for some reason, don't fully grasp the concept of it. And if you want to watch the previous video, like the model video of how this works, go back and watch the Arizona Cardinals one, pause this one, go back and watch that, then come back to this one. Same idea, just with a new team. And hopefully a couple more games added in. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you're in for the long run, because it's going to be a long video, just like the other one was. If you go on to enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, leave a team down below you want to see me take this on with. I have a few other ideas for possible teams that we can take this on, but let me know if you have any other suggestions that I might not have on my list. And without further ado, let's go and rebuild the San Francisco 49ers in Madden 15. All right, here we are. It is Madden 15, 2014 season. And we benefit, unlike the Arizona Cardinals, with a lot of very good players that we can use. So these seasons, these early seasons might go pretty well, unlike the Cardinals ones where we were kind of sucky for a few seasons before we started to get those development of some of our younger guys like DeAndre Hopkins, all those kind of guys. This one, not so much the case, because we have Aldon Smith, who's 24 years old, 99 overall, but we know that Aldon Smith has a dramatic fall-off coming up pretty soon, so we'll have to probably move on from him either next game, probably most certainly next game, because I don't think in Madden 17 he's anywhere near a 90. So we are going to have to move on from him very soon so we can capitalize on his value. Patrick Willis we have for a couple more seasons. Navarro Bowman we can use. Colin Kaepernick I might try to trade because obviously we know how his career pans out. So we can try to capitalize and get some value from him. We have Vernon Davis. We have Mike Iupati. We have Phil Dawson. We have some very, very good players, but we can add some more. We can add some more. And I'm going to try to stay away from the majority of the players that I... got in the Cardinals one, because I don't want to just recycle the same players over and over again. So we're going to try to get some different people. I will just naturally get some of the same people because they're just that good that I want to have them on my team. I think they can benefit the team, but I will try to stay away from the majority of... I won't get exactly the same roster, basically is what I'm saying. Our draft picks are not going to be valued very highly because obviously we're a very, very good team in this era that we're in. So our draft picks are not going to be valued very highly. So it's not going to be like the Cardinals one where we had like the 5th overall pick projected. So that's not going to be something we can do. But we do have very valuable quarterback. Probably not so much at Frank Gore, but Frank Gore, we might need to capitalize on Frank Gore right now. Because obviously he stays around for a long time and he's a very good running back, but he's never the same overall that he is in these earlier games, obviously, because he just gets older. Some of the quarterbacks, I think I might hold off on quarterback. I'm not sure what Colin Kaepernick's rating is in Madden 16, but that might be the game that we make the move on Colin Kaepernick. I think I'm going to stick with him for year 1. Running backs, remember, we got to keep thinking about the future and how these guys progress in real life and how their progression in real life gives them good overalls in Madden. So we got to remember that and try to get some younger players that we know probably not going to be very good. By the way, why is Vic Ballard's portrait so much bigger than everybody? It's like so much closer. It's like you got a massive face. But we got to think about people that are going to develop in Madden and get higher and higher overalls. That's the key. So it might not be good for right now, but we know that it'll be beneficial in the near future. A guy like LaShawn McCoy would be very useful for us for a couple of seasons before he falls off. But a guy like Eddie Lacy, he may be a 90 overall now. We know that Eddie Lacy's not that any other time in his life. So we can stay away from him. I don't know if we're going to find a guy this early. I mean, we could try to capitalize on Ray Rice right now and then have to bail on him in the future, but that just seems kind of messy. I don't know if I want to do that. Marshawn Lynch is going to be too difficult to get. Le'Veon Bell is probably the best option because obviously we know that him and Antonio Brown and all those guys on the Steelers get really, really good at one point in Madden. So Le'Veon Bell could be a very fun option, and I think we might be able to get him if we trade Frank Gore away. So if I trade them Frank Gore, I mean, they don't want him, but this will put me over the maximum roster size. The Steelers want a better positional upgrade. You're literally getting Frank Gore. What are you talking about? You want a better positional upgrade? You're getting Frank Gore, and you're getting a higher overall player. I will give them a 3rd round pick next year and hope that seals the deal. They want a better positional upgrade. I'll give them a 2nd round pick next year. I mean, we are asking for Le'Veon Bell. It's not like I'm asking for nothing. So a 2nd round pick is worth it. They want a better positional upgrade. Okay. The only way that I can get out of this is if I keep giving them draft picks, I think, because I am giving them a better positional upgrade. 4th round pick doesn't get it done. I think they're saying that because they don't want Frank Gore, who's 31. That's why they want the better positional upgrade. I understand that, but is there a way? I didn't realize that I just knocked that out. Oops. Okay, so is there a way that they'll accept this? I mean, a 2 and a 3 is certainly worth it. Is this? Do we have to give up the 1st round pick in year 1 or the first trade? Is the first trade going to be giving us the 1st round pickup? They still don't want to take it. I mean, I can give you the 3rd as well. I'm willing to go with a 2. These draft picks have no meaning to us because we're not going to go to the draft, obviously, for them to use them. So these draft picks have no value to us. Oh my God! I mean, a 1st round pick and a 2nd round pick plus Frank Gore is not getting us Le'Veon Bell. I mean, maybe they value a 2nd round pick this year more than they value a next year pick. Let me try that with the 1st round pick. Do they value the 1st round pick this year more than they value the next year pick? I guess we'll find out. I'll give them the 1st, and I'll give them the 2nd next year. They still don't want to do it. I can't give up 2 first-round picks for Le'Veon Bell. I mean, obviously, it's a smart thing to do in the long run, but, I mean, we have more... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We have more trades that I possibly want to do, and I might need that first-round pick, so I can't really give up 2 first-round picks, can I? Le'Veon Bell might be off the table for right now. That kind of hurts, too, because I know Le'Veon Bell is going to be amazing, and he's really the only running back that I could theoretically make a trade for, because nobody else here is either turns out good or is worth trading for. That's just facts. Like, there's nobody in here. Like, Jamal Charles is a good player. He's a great player. He's not going to be good in a couple seasons, or he's not going to be the same overall that he is right now. So LeSean McCoy is really the only other guy that I could consider doing this with, but he's probably even harder to get than Le'Veon Bell because he's more established. They're not interested in Frank Gore. Okay, maybe this is a little bit easier then, because I could give them a 3rd-round pick, and they might take it. They're unwilling to trade LeSean McCoy. So they are talking to us. They want a better draft pick, I would guess. They're unwilling to trade LeSean McCoy. I understand. I would be too if I was you. I would be too. What about if I gave you a 1st-round pick? Okay. This year's first. This year's first and a 3rd next year. No, that's a 2. A 3. They're still unwilling to trade LeSean McCoy. I didn't mean to get rid of Frank Gore there. I'll throw in the 2nd-round pick this next year, and then we'll throw back in Frank Gore. And then they'll say, no. Okay, so maybe LeSean McCoy wasn't going to be as easy. Is there anybody that even wants Frank Gore? What's a team that has green interest in Frank Gore? Although, if there's a team that has green interest in Frank Gore, that means they probably don't have a running back that I would want in return. So, the Titans have green interest in Frank Gore. We're just going to keep Frank Gore. I'm spending too much time on this one trade. We're just going to keep Frank Gore. I am going to trade Anquan Bolden, though, because I know he's obviously a fantastic player, but he's going to get older. He's already 33. We need to think about the future. I want Mike Evans. I really do want Mike Evans. Would they do this straight up, or could I get something else in return? Let me take a look at their roster. They don't have a quarterback that I want. They don't have a running back that I want. They don't have any other receivers. No tight ends. Not DeMar Dotson. I thought about it for a second, but Carl Nix. How old's Carl Nix? Where's he at? If I could actually get to it. He's 29. Okay, so no on that. Gerald McCoy's way too hard to get. That would be impossible to get. Jonathan Casillas. Levante David. That's probably a little bit too much, but Levante David would probably be the only other guy that I would consider. They're unwilling to trade the players I've requested. I understand, but I've got picks. I've got picks for you. Unwilling to trade the players I've requested. Yes, I get it. Okay. Maybe it's a little bit too difficult to get both of them at the same time. What about if I just do straight up? They say no. I understand. I'm giving them a lot older of a player for a lot younger of a player. But the trade offer was accepted. We got Mike Evans. Anquan Bolden and a 2nd-round pick goes to Tampa Bay, and we come away with Mike Evans. That's somebody that I wanted in the Cardinal rebuild. I just never had the assets to get him. That's huge, actually. That's actually really, really big. Okay, so Mike Evans is here. I probably want to get rid of Stevie Johnson, too. I also want to come back to that trade with Levante David, because I still think he could be very useful for us, because he's still good nowadays. Or at least he's got X Factor nowadays. Levante David. I wish there was a get offers screen so I could see kind of where their head is at. What do I need to give them in order to get Levante David? I could give them Ray McDonald. I wouldn't hate that. I could give them Justin Smith. Justin Smith is a very old player. Do you want Justin Smith? They're not interested. You better get interested in Justin Smith. I can give them Tank Carradine. Are you interested in him? He's a lot younger. Well, how about you get interested in it. And I give you I really wish I had a third round pick this year. Third round pick next year. What about if I toss in my fourth round pick as well? I know I'm kind of lowballing him here, but what about if I throw in Justin Smith? Because he's a higher overall, would it matter? I know they said they're not interested in him, but he is a higher overall. And you're in need of a defensive lineman. I mean, you're literally saying that you need a defensive lineman, so stop screwing the boat here. How about you take a second round pick next year plus Justin Smith and you give me Levante David? No? Okay. All right, whatever, dog, whatever. What about if I just do a pick? Okay, they're unwilling to trade him. Well, you said that about Mike Evans too, so I could give them Ray McDonald. I mean, he doesn't do anything. Unwilling to trade. But if I throw in a third round pick, are you still unwilling to trade? You can't be. You can't be still unwilling. They are. They are still unwilling to trade. What about if I throw in the second? The second's probably as high as I'd be willing to go. Okay. So they still don't want it. That's fine. Does anybody want Ray McDonald? We got to capitalize on his value nowadays. He's certainly not going to be an 85 overall very much longer. Only one team. Okay, a couple teams have yellow. I really could use green. I really could use green. Is there going to be anybody that wants green interest? Man, that blows. Okay, so I think the Patriots were one. Okay, the Patriots have yellow interest. This could be where I get head coach Gerard Mayo. No, that's not a smart thing to do. What on this Patriots team do I want? I want Rob Gronkowski. Is this even possible? What about if I gave them both of my first round picks? I'd be willing to give both my first round picks for Gronkowski. No, they're not willing to give it. I just had to try. You can't get mad at me for trying. Sebastian Vollmer, Ryan Wendell, Logan Mankins, Nate Solder. There's Chandler Jones. Ninkovich. Dante Hightower does get pretty high overall. Jamie Collins also gets pretty decent overall. Could I snag Dante Hightower and Logan Ryan? Are you willing to do this trade? They're unwilling to trade the players that I've suggested or I've offered. But that's before I threw in draft picks. Okay. We can still talk, though. We can still talk. Come on. Stop being stingy. Stop being stingy. Give me the players that I want, and we can go home happy. I'm not asking for that much. I'm asking for Dante Hightower, and I'm asking for Logan Ryan. Okay, let me get rid of Logan Ryan, and let's just do this. The Patriots want a better positional upgrade. Okay, do I have a better positional upgrade? I have Corey Lamonier. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And then I have Alden Smith. So, yeah, I'd be willing to give you that, I guess, if you want that. They want a better positional upgrade? I don't have a better positional upgrade for you. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you Navarro Bowman, so you can forget about that. I'll give you the draft picks, though. I hate that it goes back to the top. I'll give you a 2 and a 3. I know that's a lot, but it's Dante Hightower. I can't give up a first round pick for Dante Hightower, can I? He gets pretty good, but I don't think he gets that good. I can't give up that. So McDonald is not going to be good enough on his own to get anything worthwhile. So we need to trade. Let me just go around the league and look at outside linebackers. Because obviously we have Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis. But is there anybody else? I mean, we're not going to be able to get Khalil Mack. That's just... If we can't get Dante Hightower, we're not going to be able to get Khalil Mack, so... Is there anybody else that would be easy to get and also is going to turn out to be very good? We're not going to be able to get Von Miller. not going to be able to get Justin Houston. Brandon Graham. That might be a good pickup. That might be a very good pickup. They're not interested in McDonald? Well, you better be. I'll give you Ahmad Brooks as well. Okay, they're willing to talk though. I know it says they're not interested in the trade, but they're willing to talk. What about if I give them the 4th round pick this year? They have no interest in the trade. That's okay. That's okay. Because I can give them a 3rd round pick this year, and then they'll say yes. They're interested, but they need a bit more value. What about if I give up or I get rid of Brooks? Interested, but they need a bit more value. I can give them the 4th round pick. Actually, hold on. I give them a 5th round pick. We'll ease into it. Okay. So the 4th round pick probably gets it done. Does the 4th round pick get it done? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'd be willing to give up a 2nd. Trade offer was accepted. So we get Brandon Graham, which is gonna be nice for the future. That's gonna be nice for the future. We need to look at corner. Corner is another place that we need to look for nice players to add to the team. So Kyle Fuller would be nice. I looked at Kyle Fuller a lot in the other rebuild, the Cardinals one. Buster Screen. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? There's not a whole lot of options here at corner that are going to turn out to be like fantastic players, which is where I'm trying to be. Except for Darius Slay. Darius Slay is only a 68 overall. That can't be that hard to get. They need a corner. I can give them Chris Cook, who is not going to matter to me at all. Trade offer was accepted. Look at that. They think they swindled us. I swindled them. Darius Slay, big play Slay. Welcome to the team. But that's not the only corner that I want. That's not the only corner that I want. Is there anybody else? AJ Bouye probably would be a nice addition to this squad. I think I might go for him here. As long as I don't see anybody else that I have to have. Josh Norman, I might try to capitalize on Josh Norman. Let me see if I can get him. They need a corner. I can give them Chris Culliver. He's 20, or yeah, I think he's 26. Trade offer was accepted straight up. Okay, so we just added 2 new corners to the team. I might go back and get AJ Bouye as well, just to have him. We're not going to be able to get JJ Watt. AJ Bouye. He's a 60 overall. I bet I can only get him. I can get him probably for a pick too, right? 6th round pick. They're unwilling. Really? You're unwilling to trade him for a 6th round pick? All right, I respect it. I respect it. I'll give you Parrish Cox. Ooh, they like Parrish Cox. Can I get a draft pick alongside it? Give me a 5th round pick. Okay, no, okay. I don't have to have the 5th round pick. Don't have to scream at me. Trade offer was accepted. So we get Bouye. That's just kind of like stacking up future talent. All right, so corner is pretty much done. I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody else right now that's going to be worth it. Jimmy Ward's going to be fine. Antoine Bethea, maybe we should trade him. We could trade Tremaine Brock as well. Like, Darius Slay and Josh Norman are going to be good in a few seasons, so that's not something to worry about. Tremaine Brock. Do I want to try to trade him for another corner? Is there another corner that's going to be good in a couple seasons that would be worth trading Tremaine Brock? I mean, obviously Stephon Gilmore, but we're not. It's not gonna. It's gonna take more than just Tremaine Brock to get Stephon Gilmore. There's got to be another corner in the league that wouldn't be super hard to get, but it's still going to be good in a couple seasons. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's not going to be another corner. Not going to be able to get any of those guys. Darrelle Revis off the table. I mean, Tremaine Johnson and LaMarcus Joyner are probably the only two. Those are probably the only two that we could be able to get feasibly. I mean, we're not going to be able to get Sherman. And then we're back to the beginning again, so... I think we hold off on Tremaine Brock. We see what happens in Madden 16. We hold off on him. What other positions should we add to? I'm still thinking about safety. I talked about outside linebacker. Maybe defensive tackle? Is there a nice young defensive tackle who we know turns into a stud? But not yet. A lot of the guys that are good are already good. They're already high overalls. They're going to be too hard to get. But there's got to be somebody. Snacks Harrison and Dominican Sue's 97 overall. Oh my God. Vince Wilfork. I forgot about Aaron Donald. Ah, I got to do it. I got to get Aaron Donald. He's the greatest defensive lineman of all time. Well, of the 2010s, I should say. It's Aaron frickin' Donald. I got it. There's nobody else better. There's nobody else better. I gotta go for it. This is the lowest he's gonna be ranked in a long time, so I gotta go for it. I'll give you... I don't even know. I'll give you whatever you want, really. I'll give you Justin Smith. You want Justin Smith? They're not interested. You better be interested in Justin Smith. Tank Carradine? They're unwilling to trade him. I understand. I understand you're unwilling to trade him. You don't know what you have, though. I know what you have. First round pick. Come on. Do I give both my first round picks? I can't do that right away. I can't give up both my first round picks right away. I know it's Aaron Donald, but I can't do it right away. What I can do is give them Ahmad Brooks. Okay. Is there anybody that you want? They want a right outside linebacker. You don't want Dan Scuda. Nobody wants Dan Scuda. Chris Borland's only 23. There we go. This trade will cause the Rams to exceed the roster size. Okay, give me your worst player. Who's your worst player on the team? Give me him. Mitchell Van Dyke. Oh, that's a... Okay, give me Darren Bates. It doesn't really work well with offensive linemen. Take this. Oh my God, what are you talking about? You're giving me the worst player on your team. The second worst player on your team. Give me the right tackle then. Please accept this. Please accept this. Please accept this. Oh my God. This trade will cause the Rams to exceed the maximum roster size. Oh, that means they're willing to accept it. I don't have a second round pick that I can give them. If I was willing to give them a second round pick, they probably would accept if I added in another player. I can't give them two first round picks for Aaron Donald because I still want to try to get Zach Martin as well. I can't give them 2 first round picks because then I'm not going to be able to get Zach Martin. So I got to take away the third and maybe find another player that they want. They want a corner. Do you want Daryl Morris? Please accept this. Please accept this. Please accept this. Please accept this. How am I going to do this? How am I going to get Aaron Donald on the team? Maybe if I give them the first round pick from this year, maybe that has a little bit more value. I just had to go and trade my second round pick, didn't I? I just had to go and trade my second round pick. They would exceed the roster size. So you'd have to give me back this guy who's not even good. But I can't give up that other first round pick. I just simply cannot do that. I need that pick for Zach Martin. Why are you unwilling to trade the players that I've suggested or that I've offered? Why? It's Aaron Donald, which you were already willing to give me. I hate this. You still, what? 2 first-round picks doesn't even get it done? I thought for sure that the second first-round pick would put it through. Oh, you gotta be joking me. You gotta be absolutely having a laugh right now. I understand it would... There's got to be a way I can do this. There's got to be a way that I can get Aaron Donald on the team. I got him last time he was on the Cardinals team. There's got to be a way that I can get Aaron Donald on the squad. How do I make it happen? I guess the only way that I could do it is if I just give them a higher overall player like Tremaine Brock instead of Borland. They're still unwilling to do the trade. What about now? What else can I give them that's gonna that's gonna make them accept? I don't have anything else that I'm willing to give up in theory. Man, I thought I'd be able to swindle them out of Aaron Donald like I did with the Cardinals, but they are being very stubborn. Very stubborn. I don't even know what else I can give them. I guess I can give them Lemonier. I don't even know. Why do you hate me? Why do they despise me? They hate me, I'm telling you. They hate me because they hate me. A first-round pick in Borland. It's got to be good. I want to die. I want to pass away right now. How could you physically be possible? How could you physically be saying that 2 first-round picks is not good enough to get Aaron Donald? I'm giving you a good offer. I'm giving you the best offer of all time. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. Oh, now you say you want a better positional upgrade. How do I do this? How does one go about trading for Aaron Donald? I know it sounds crazy to say, but I've done it before. How do I get Aaron Donald on the team? I'm giving them 2 first-round picks. Why can they not just accept it and make my life easy? First off, I don't understand why the roster size goes up for them. It doesn't make any sense. They have 53 out of 53. I'm giving them Aaron Donald, or they're giving me Aaron Donald. I'm giving them a player. It should just balance itself out. I don't understand why it's not balancing itself out. They shouldn't be getting an extra player. They're getting... It's basically like we're swapping them, that the trade never happened, basically. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. It's like, why does the roster size go up for them? It doesn't make any sense. You're not losing a player or gaining a player. You're swapping 1 for 1. How does that even make any sense? I don't think I can pull this off. I don't think I can pull this off. I've got to back away. I got to back away. I gotta go for Zach Martin. They need a right outside linebacker. They need a D tackle. They need a corner. I can give them... I have Alex Boone. And we have Ayupati. I can give you Adam Schneider. I can give you Dan Skuta. And I'll give you a draft pick as well. Give me Zacharias Martin. I hate you. I hate every single person that's existed in this game. This game's gonna be the death of me. It's gonna be the freaking death of me. Now you want a better positional upgrade? Now you want a better positional upgrade? Are you serial? He's not a better positional upgrade, but I freaking hate it here. I freaking want to die. I freaking want to pass on. Tremaine Brock and 2 first-round picks is about the best I can do. What else can I give them? What other player do that I have that I don't want that they can have? You can have Bruce Miller. Take frickin' Bruce Miller. He's a fullback. What player can I give them? I guess I could give them Anthony Davis. But maybe I could save one of my first-round picks? Okay, I wonder if I was able to keep both of my first-round picks. So I got Zach Martin. That wasn't that hard. Is there another player that I can do that with I mean, they don't want Justin Smith. That's the only bad thing. How can I get Aaron Donald? I don't think they want any of these players. I never tried Bruce Smith. Does anybody in the league want Bruce Smith? I mean, there's got to be. Okay, the Jets are a little bit interested in him. I might trade him for like a second-round pick or something. Did the Rams say no? Yeah, the Rams said no interest. Okay. I wonder if I could trade Smith for like a second-round pick? Possibly. Maybe like a second and a third. They have no interest in the trade. I'm just trying to get stuff to package in with Aaron Donald. That's basically what I'm trying to do here. You have no interest in the trade. I understand. But what about if I throw in Justin Smith? Okay. What about if I give a 4th-round pick as well? They're interested. They need a little bit more value. I can give them a 3rd. Please accept this. Please accept this. Please accept this. This trade. Oh, because they'd be going to 55. Who are your 2 worst players? Give me these 2 guys. And accept this trade. Please accept this trade. Who was the other team that had interest in Bruce Miller? The Ravens. And they actually want Justin Smith as well. Okay. We got some interest. Not Justin Tucker. A 1st-round pick. Why does everybody not have any roster spots? I hate it here. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get a 1st-round pick, that's for sure. But I can try for a 2nd, right? What about a next year 2nd? Okay, I can still add in that 3rd. I'm not opposed to adding in the 3rd. I was just trying to get away without it. Nothing lower than a second is going to do anything in the Aaron Donald trade, so it's not even really worth it. It's not even really worth it. Maybe the Ravens have a player. Do the Ravens have a couple of young players that they're not using? Not right now. I mean, Ryan Jensen will be good in the future. CJ Mosley. Let me try to get CJ Mosley. They're interested, but they need a bit more value. Where have I heard that one before? Trade offer was accepted. We got CJ Mosley, which is nice. And we got rid of Justin Smith, who just was never gonna, he was gonna continue to regress. Do you think that the Rams would take my punter? Do you think the Rams would want Andy Lee for Aaron Donald? This is really the last trade I'm gonna do. I want Aaron Donald. He's the GOAT. You have no interest in it. You don't want a 90 overall punter? Are you on cocaine? How do you not want a 90 overall punter? You have no interest in Phil Dawson either. Why? How do you not have interest in Phil Dawson? They're unwilling to trade. They do have interest in Frank Gore, but they're not willing to trade him. Vernon Davis, I guess. Would I really go to the lengths of trading Vernon Davis to get Aaron Donald? I think I would. I think I've been stretched to this point. I think I'd be willing to trade Vernon Davis for Aaron Donald. Please. It's the last offer I have. Accept it, please. This trade would cause the Rams to exceed the roster size. Just die already. Just let me do this trade, please. So, what else? I can't give them anything else. I don't have a second round pick. And I can't keep giving them players because then I have to add another player to the list. I don't have another player that I'd be willing to give them except for Stevie Johnson, I guess. But then I have to add another low-rated player here because they're stupid roster size. I want to die. I want to die. Oh, I didn't mean for this to take as long as it is, but I want to get this trade done. This is a stupid trade. And they don't even accept it. Frank Gore, first round pick, and Vernon Davis. I know they're all old, but take Andy Lee, please, please. Am I really giving up Mike Iupati? How do you not want Mike Iupati? Are you serious? How is that not even physically something you want to do? What else can I give up? I guess Crabtree, but if they didn't want to take... If they didn't take Iupati, they're not going to take Crabtree. I guess the only other guy that I can give up is Joe Staley. But that feels unbelievably one-sided in the Rams' favor. And they still didn't even accept. There's got to be some sort of glitch. I'm giving you a 99 overall left tackle. There's got to be some sort of glitch. How do you not accept that? I don't have anything else I can give them. I'm not going to trade Alden Smith because he's 99 overall. Like, I can't do that. Maybe I can. You know what? For Aaron Donald, screw it. I think I can do that. Oh, now you're unwilling to trade the players that I requested? This has got to be my final offer. How? How on God's green earth are you rejecting this trade? I'm giving you Aldon Smith. He's a 99 overall at 24 years old. You're not giving me a 77 overall? Really? A 77? And I'm giving them a first-round pick. I will trade you Joe Staley, 299 overalls, and a first-round pick. Please accept this. Please accept this. I give up. I give up. I give up. I gave them the world, and they wouldn't trade me Aaron Donald. There has to be something glitched. I was able to get Aaron Donald last time. I'd have to go back and look at the video to see what I actually gave up, but that is crazy that I couldn't get him there. I guess I'll try again in Madden 16, but that's crazy. All right, so the new look team is wide receiver Mike Evans. Then we've got, where is he at? There he is. Zach Martin at right guard. We added in left outside linebacker Brandon Graham for the future. We added C.J. Mosley for the future. We added Josh Norman and Darius Slay for the future. So we added a few guys just specifically for the future. I probably should trade that first-round pick. That first-round pick is going to be useless, so I got to get something for it. I don't know what I'm going to get for it, but I got to get something for it. I don't know what I want, though. Probably another receiver. Is there another receiver that I could get for just a first-round pick solo? Or would I have to add other stuff to it? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let me give me a first-round pick and give me something good for it. Keenan Allen's far too good. There's got to be a receiver. There's got to be a receiver. Julio's way too good. I forgot about Odell. You're interested, but you need a bit more value. I understand that. I understand the feeling. I don't really have much more value than that. Thank God they took that, because I didn't know what I was going to do there. Okay, so Mike Evans and Odell Beckham Jr. is a good 1-2 punch for the future. We'll come back to that Aaron Donald trade in Madden 16. Something was weird about this one. I don't know what it was. But that's going to do it for this portion. I will simulate to the end of the season, see how we do. I would assume we make the playoffs, but maybe I affected the team too much to where we don't make the playoffs. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I apologize for how long that trading portion was. I didn't expect it to be that long. I didn't expect that the Aaron Donald trade would frustrate me that much, but it is what it is. I'll try to speed up the trading processes in the future. But yeah, let's simulate to the end of the first season and see how we did. Okay, so the first season wrapped up, and we actually finished 7-9. I wasn't sure how good we were going to do because I kind of changed the team a little bit, but I kept basically the same starting lineup. I just added a few young guys to the team, but we only went 7-9. I will take a look. I don't think I did this in the first video. I will take a look to see if we won any awards in this first game. I don't think we would have. Breeze wins MVP. Coach of the Year is not us. And then NFC, no. Still no. A lot of Saints on here. A lot of Saints dominated, it looks like. Okay, so we don't get any awards. I didn't think we were going to, but maybe something. I don't know, Patrick Willis. I don't know, something like that. All right, so we will move on to game number 2. I will go and put this roster into Madden 16, and we will come back to that Aaron Donald trade. I promise you. I promise you I will try to trade for Aaron Donald. But this is the team that we will end Madden 15 with, and we will start Madden 16 with. I'll catch you guys in Madden 16. Okay, I have put the team together, and this is where we stand. We've got development now from Odell Beckham Jr. We've got development from Mike Evans. We've got development from C.J. Mosley. Basically, everybody that we traded for in the first game has developed. That's the whole point. That's the whole goal. So now what we're going to have to do is move on from Joe Staley, because he's not going to get any better. We got to move on. Oh, we don't have Patrick Willis anymore. I probably should have traded him in that last game as well. Something to keep on a note of. We will have to trade Aldon Smith in this game because he's now down 10 overall from a 99 overall to an 89 overall. So Aldon Smith's going to have to get traded. Let's go talk to the Rams. Give me Aaron Donald. I will have Aaron Donald in this episode. This video will not end until Aaron Donald is a member of the San Francisco 49ers. So, Rams, I'm back. He's now a 97 overall. I hate my life. I hate it. I hate it all. Aldon Smith for Aaron Donald. I know you're unwilling to trade him. I understand. I would be unwilling to trade him too. But a first-round pick. The trade offer was accepted. That was so much easier. He was a 77 overall. A 77. And they wouldn't give him to me. Something had to have been glitched. Something had to have been glitched. Because we now get Aaron Donald on the team. That makes me a lot happier. Now we're going to need an outside linebacker because I just traded Aldon Smith. So, although we needed to trade him anyway. So who's going to be that outside linebacker? Who's going to be that guy? There's Levante David. I could always come back to that. We can always talk about it. And this could be where we trade Joe Staley. Because they do need a left tackle. This could be where we trade Joe Staley. And since they like him so much, there's Jameis. Since they like Joe Staley a lot, maybe, just maybe, I could grab myself maybe an Ali Marpet as a possible option at offensive line in the future. Maybe a Donovan Smith. All three of these guys for Joe Staley. Are we liking it? Okay, I mean, I'm liking it, but maybe they're not liking it so much. I have 2 third-round picks for next season, or for this season. That's useful. They're unwilling to trade. Okay, okay, okay. Am I willing to give up 2 second-round picks? Probably. Joe Staley, 2 second-round picks for a couple of young guys. They're still unwilling to trade. Okay. All right, I get it. You know what might be easier? If I just do this one by one instead of asking for everything right away. So maybe if they give me Levante David in a second-round pick for Joe Staley, I mean, he is a 95 overall, so you should probably give me something for him. They're unwilling to try. Okay, I get it. You want some more in return, don't you? They still want more in return. How greedy can you be? I'm giving you a 95 overall left tackle to help block your rookie quarterback. And you're saying no because you won't trade Levante David. You know what? Screw Levante David. I don't even want him anymore. I don't want him. I do want the other guys, though. I want Ali Marpet. But screw those other jabronis. I don't want them on my team anyway. They were going to hold me back. They were going to hold me back. I wonder, would it be the right time to trade Alex Boone? Probably. It probably would be the right time to trade Alex Boone because he's just going to get worse. So we might as well capitalize on the value while we have him. If he even has value. And he does, because he gets us Ali Marpet. And, I mean, Zach Martin's going to be the starting right guard for us anyway, so it's not like it matters. So we get Ali Marpet. I will come back and trade with the Buccaneers for Donovan Smith, because I also want Donovan Smith. That could be a nice little addition. So let's see. What else could we give them? I could give them... I guess we don't need a right outside linebacker because we have Brandon Graham now. From last episode or last game. I'll give you Philip Wheeler. Ooh, they like that a lot. But they don't want to accept the trade. Okay. So if you don't want to accept the trade, what about if I offer a 4th-round pick in 2017? How do you like them apples? Trade offer was accepted. Donovan Smith on the team now. What do we need? Let me ask for some receivers. Is this the Amari Cooper year? Let me go to the Raiders real quick. Where's Amari Cooper at? He's an 83 overall. That shouldn't be too hard to ask for. Or too much to ask for. Especially because I have Torrey Smith. Now, I'm probably going to have to throw some draft picks in there because, yep, they're going to be unwilling to trade Amari Cooper, understandable. It's Amari Cooper. But this is where draft picks come into play. What about 2/3 and Torrey Smith? Does that get the job done? It does not. What about a 2nd and a 3rd and Torrey Smith? That doesn't get it done. Okay. What about a 2nd and a top 3rd? Or a higher 3rd? That doesn't get it done. What about 2 seconds? 2 second-round picks. They want a better positional upgrade than Torrey Smith. I'm giving you a higher overall. You don't want it. Okay. I get it. I get it. You want to be stingy. Understandable. We can look for other wide receivers. I was just asking about them. There's other receivers out there in the world that are probably going to turn out to be better than Amari Cooper. Like this man right here, Antonio Brown. Who else can we grab? I mean, we can go the safe route and get like Adam Thielen, but that's not fun. I want something fun. I want something that's going to make me jump out of my shorts. I want something that's going to get me hard. And I don't know who that's going to be. Because if we couldn't get Amari Cooper, probably not going to get anybody that's super high overall. We're not going to be able to get Megatron. And it wouldn't even be that smart of an idea to get Megatron. I mean, we could always go the Devontae Adams route, I guess. We could go the Devontae Adams route. It's going to take him a while to develop. But once he does, oh, that was straight up. Once it does, it's going to be very simple. He's going to be one of the best receivers in the league. So we've just added Devontae Adams to receiving core that already includes Odell Beckham Jr. and Mike Evans. Our receiving core is going to be fine. Quarterback is another thing. How do we get a quarterback that I like? And are we even ready to trade for a quarterback? Because this isn't even in the era of like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Maybe we should wait for those guys to get here. Patrick Mahomes isn't here yet. So I think we should ride with Kaepernick for another season. Or maybe we should trade for somebody that we know is going to be around for a while. Like, maybe we try to get Geno Smith. Although I don't know how high of an overall he's going to be. I think he tends to drop because he does suck for a while. Until he has his resurgence. Or maybe we could trade for Derek Carr. That might be a smarter idea. Or Kirk Cousins, I guess. I'm going to try Derek Carr first. I remember trying to get Derek Carr in the first game. Or in the first video. They're not interested in Colin Kaepernick? You better get interested in Colin Kaepernick because you don't have anything else. I'd rather have Colin Kaepernick starting for me than what you're going to have starting for you. Okay, 2 second-round picks is not going to get it done. What about a first-round pick in Kaepernick? They're unwilling to trade him. Okay. What about the second? I guess I can give another player. What other player am I willing to give up? Darnell Dockett is 34 years old. It's got to be Darnell Dockett, right? Oh, I forgot to get rid of Bruce Miller. That's my bad. Tremaine Brock? They want a better positional upgrade. I'm giving you a better positional... I'm physically giving you a better positional upgrade. I could give them Joe Staley. But then maybe I wouldn't have to give the first-round pick. Maybe I would have to get the first-round pick. I'll try a second first. A second for the first time. Okay, now I'll give the first. They still want a better positional up. How do you not want a 95 overall? Even if he is a little older. How do you not want a 95 overall left tackle? That doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. I'm giving you a better freaking positional upgrade. What about a second round pick? Derek, you're only a 79 overall. Stop asking for so much. Vernon Davis, Joe Staley, a first-round pick. Trade offer was accepted. God, that was a whole heck of a lot for Derek Carr, who's not going to be our quarterback for very much longer. That was a lot of stuff for Derek Carr. Is there anybody that wants Colin Kaepernick that has green interest in him? Because now we don't have any more first-round picks. So the only way that I could trade, or the only other trades I can do is basically just like player for player. Ooh, the Browns. Hello, Cleveland. You need a quarterback. Who is your quarterback? Oh, yeah. You do need a quarterback. Okay. Makes sense. What do you have? Who's going to develop on your team? Who's going to develop? There's got to be somebody. Danny Shelton, not really. Markevius Mingo. Man, this team sucks. Jordan Poyer. I guess Jordan Poyer is the only guy that I could like realistically ask for. How about Jordan Poyer and a fourth-round pick for Colin Kaepernick? You have no interest in the trade? What about if I just do Jordan Poyer? This trade will cause them to go over the salary cap. Why is Jordan Poyer not making any money? Well, who's your most expensive bad player? I need somebody that's making over $1 million. And Jim Dre, that's not making enough. I need somebody that, there we go. Andre Hawkins is making enough money. You're unwilling to trade these two guys? Really? Of all the people, you're unwilling to trade these two guys. A second round pick, that is way too much. You're still not accepting it. I'm giving you way more value than these guys are worth. Trust me. Do I have another second round pick? Or do I trade it away? I have 2 second round picks. I hate this. I hate it. I hate this. It's Jordan Poyer. He's a 68 overall. What are we doing here? 2 second round picks in Colin Kaepernick. I understand that Kaepernick's making a lot of money. Just take the deal. Take the frickin' deal. 2 second round picks. I didn't even mean to do that, really. We got Jordan Poyer. Is there a team other than the Cleveland Browns that wants Colin Kaepernick? That's Carlos Hyde. Is there a team that wants Colin Kaepernick? There's a couple teams that have yellow interest, but I think the Browns are the only team that had green interest, and I can't trade him there because he makes way too much money. Unless I trade him for a person that's making a good amount of money, but that's not a high overall. I mean, that's what I was trying to do earlier, but all these guys are going to be too highly rated or too hard to trade for. You know what? Give me Brian Hartline. I love Brian Hartline. There we go. Thank you. Buckeye offensive coordinator. I appreciate that. That's probably going to be the only trades that I make. I don't have any more first-round picks. I have 2 threes. I have 3 threes. Is that really going to be able to do anything? We have Derek Carr, running backs, whatever. I didn't mean to keep. I didn't mean to keep Bruce Miller. That's my fault. Our offensive line is going to be good for a little bit. Should we trade Mike Iupati? He's going to get bad pretty soon. Darnell Dockett. That's another guy that I need to trade. I need to trade Darnell Dockett, and I need to trade. That's probably it, actually. Does anybody want Darnell Dockett? Oh, come on. He's an 85 overall. I know he's old, but I guess nobody wants Darnell Dockett. All right. Good to know. Good to know. Wow. Okay, so we're not going to get any value for Darnell Dockett, at least not any value that matters. And I think that's going to be all the trades that I do. So I didn't add too many players. I added Aaron Donald, because I told you that I would. And then I added Derek Carr. We got rid of Colin Kaepernick. We had Derek Carr. We added another receiver. We added Devontae Adams. So Derek Carr now at quarterback. Still have Carlos Hyde. We had Devontae Adams and I guess Brian Hartline, but mainly Devontae Adams at wide receiver. We got rid of Vernon Davis, unfortunately. We added Donovan Smith. We added Ali Marpet. And then we added Aaron Donald, obviously. Still had CJ Mosley. We didn't add any other corners. We added Jordan Poyer. That was the other guy. Okay, so a few additions. Nothing that's going to, like, shock the team. Excuse me, shock the team, except for probably the quarterback position. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to simulate to the end of the season, and maybe this time we can make the playoffs. I mean, we went 7-9 in year 1. We'll see what we do in year 2. All right, so we finished up the second simulation, and we went 7-9 again. So back-to-back seasons of 7-9, which, to be fair, is better than what we did with the Cardinals. I think we only won one game in the first, in Madden 15 in the Cardinals season. So at least we're winning games, but obviously we're going to start winning more games once we start to see the development. We get a bunch of 99s. I mean, Devontae Adams is only an 81 right now. We know that he's going to get up to a 98, 99 overall. We just got to figure out that quarterback spot, and we'll be good to go. We got Derek Carr for right now, but probably not for the future, and I can almost guarantee probably not for the future. So let's go to the awards just to check, see if we won any awards. Yearly awards, maybe we won like best offensive lineman or something. So Rodgers gets the MVP over Brady. Kind of sucks. Coach of the year is not us, it's Belichick. And then the NFC side of things, no, Jameis, Kendricks, Rodgers, Marshawn, Dez, Josh Sitton, Zeke Yanza, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so we don't win any of the awards. I didn't think we were going to, but maybe you could win best offensive lineman with Zach Martin or something. You never know, it's possible. It is possible. So we're still 0 awards, 0 Super Bowls. That's okay. We will go now to the PS4 and load up Madden 17 and take this roster that we have put together into Madden 17 and see if we can finally make the playoffs, get a above 500 record, all kinds of stuff like that. So I think this team's going to be good for in the next couple of seasons. I think we make the playoffs in Madden 17. I really, really do, because we're obviously going to get development from Mike Evans again, Odell Beckham Jr., Mosley, Zach Martin's going to be even higher overall. Even Derek Carr is going to be like into the 80s. I think he might be like an 83, 84 in that game. So he's going to get higher overall. Darius Slay's going to get higher overall. I won't have Bruce Miller anymore, I promise. I'll get rid of him. I forgot about this time. Devontae Adams is going to be slightly high overall. I think it still takes him a couple more games to get up to like the true Devontae Adams level, but it'll take him a little bit, but we know that he's going to be very good. We got to figure out the quarterback spot for this, like to solidify the quarterback spot. And what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking either we go for, in Madden 18, we go for like Patrick Mahomes. But we already had Patrick Mahomes in the Cardinals one, so I kind of want to stay away from that. What I'm thinking is maybe we go for like a Josh Allen type, or a Lamar Jackson type, or a, who else is a good young quarterback that comes in the league pretty soon? Joe Burrow's probably a little bit too late. I want to have my quarterback established by Joe Burrow getting in the league. He comes in like 2020, so I want to have my quarterback established. I want to be winning championships by 2020. So who is another quarterback in the league that could come around like Madden 18, Madden 17, Madden 19? I think it's just like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or not Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. Maybe we go Deshaun Watson this time. I don't know. There's a couple different options at quarterback. Obviously, running back. Maybe we go like Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb. I don't know who else. There's a bunch of good running. Alvin Kamara. There's a bunch of good running backs that are coming up pretty soon. So we can go one of those guys if we can like trade for them. I don't know how hard they're going to be to trade for, but that's kind of what I'm thinking for that. We need to maybe get one more receiver that I like. We need to establish our tight end. I don't know who we're going to do that. Maybe George Kittle, because we had Travis Kelce last time, so maybe we'll go George Kittle this time. I don't know. We'll think about it. Maybe Mark Andrews, something like that. So there's still a few different pieces on the team, the lineup that we need to figure out, but for the most part, we're starting to see that foundation of the team. So I will load this team up into Madden 17, and then we will catch back up once I've got that done and make some more trades to improve this team even further. I have assembled the team for Madden 17, and boys, it's looking pretty good. And yes, I do want to clarify something from the last clip you saw. I realize we are the 49ers. We will eventually get George Kittle up to the George Kittle that he is nowadays. I understand. Just wanted to point that out. A little misstep by me. It's okay. It's a long video. There's going to be a lot of those. All right, so this is what the team looks like in Madden 17. We've got Derek Carr at 89 overall. Still got Carlos Hyde. I talked about how we probably need to figure out our running back situation a little bit better. Same thing with the offensive line. We're still working on it. We got Ali Marpet. We got Zach Martin, obviously. But like, Trent Brown's emerging, I guess. Donovan Smith is still okay. Jeremy Zuta is available now, so there's still a work in progress, but the wide receiver core is looking really, really good. We've got Odell Beckham Jr. Devontae Adams is starting his ascent to the top. Mike Evans is already there at a 92 overall. We even add Pierre Garçon at the end of his career. So offense is looking pretty good. We still have Vance McDonald at tight end. And then on defense, it is just amazing. We've got Aaron Donald at 96 overall. Josh Norman's now at 89. We are probably going to have to move on from Josh Norman pretty soon because obviously he just like falls off the face of the earth for a few seasons at some point. So I probably want to get a little bit of value for him. I don't know when that's going to occur though. I hope I don't miss out on it, but I probably will. We have AJ Bouye, who's an 87 overall. Big play Slay is 87 as well. Brandon Graham has moved down to the defensive line, and he's now a 93. But also, we've got DeForest Buckner, who, if I can help it, which I can, he's not going to go to Indianapolis, so he's still going to be a very good overall for us. And we've also got Eric Armstead. So we've got two guys on here that I don't even have to trade for that we know are going to be decently high overalls in the newer Maddens. The secondary is where we're going to have to do a little bit of work. Jaquiski Tart and Jimmy Ward are fine. We'll just have to wait on Jordan Poyer, I guess. Strong safety is going to be something we have to work on. And then the linebacking core, I mean, we're not going to be able to rely on Navarro Bowman forever. We do have CJ Mosley and I guess Reuben Foster, but Reuben Foster's out of the league pretty soon anyway. So maybe we rely on CJ Mosley. I don't know what happens there, but we'll have to figure out these outside linebackers. And maybe this is the time where we go for like, probably not in this one because, I don't think they're in the game yet, but I was going to say maybe we go for like TJ Watt and stuff like that. But as of right now, the people that I probably want to go for the most, let's take a look around the league at some positions. So we're going to need a quarterback eventually because I mentioned how this is not Derek Carr's team. That's just not going to make sense. So we do need to get a quarterback on the horizon, but we're not at the draft class where any of the amazing people are at yet. Like we still don't have... oh, we do have Patrick Mahomes. Okay, but I'm not going to go for Mahomes just yet. One guy that I forgot to get in the Cardinals one is Tyreek Hill. I wonder how hard he is to get. He's 83 overall. I wonder how hard that is to get. They need a corner. Do I have any corners I'd be willing to give them? I mean, I'd be willing to give them Rashard Robinson, I guess. Do you want Rashard Robinson? They're not interested in him, but it's not as far off as I would have expected it. Are you interested? Not Josh Norman. Are you interested in any of the other two? That's Tyvis Powell. That's not a Killer Witherspoon. Why do they have Tyvis Powell's face scan on a Killer Witherspoon? They don't want any of my lower end corners. I guess I could give them Reuben Foster. I mean, he's not gonna be good for us in the long term, and Tyreek Hill certainly is. That is a little bit better to work with here. So if we give them a draft pick as well, maybe like a 3rd round pick this year, that should send it through. Trade offer accepted. Reuben Foster heads over to Kansas City. We get Tyreek Hill, which will be good for the future, obviously. Now that we've added a wide receiver, let me go around the league for running backs. Maybe this is the time where we can get a running back. Is this the time for a running back? Zeke is not going to be that good. I mean, he's good now, but he's not going to be good for the long term. Ooh, McCaffrey, absolutely. I mean, I know McCaffrey ends up on the 49ers in the new era, but getting him now while he's developing and while he's in his prime would be very good. So let me just throw Tim Hightower your way, and you should accept this, right? Okay, no, they didn't accept it. I can give you Carlos Hyde if you really want him. Okay, they don't want Carlos Hyde. I didn't mean to take McCaffrey off that. Give me McCaffrey. McCaffrey's one of those guys I forget about sometimes in these older games. They need a wide receiver. We just added Tyreek Hill, so I can give them Bruce Ellington if they want Bruce Ellington. No, they don't want Bruce Ellington. Okay, is there somebody that you want? They need a right tackle. What's my right tackle situation? It's not amazing. They need a strong safety. My strong safety situation is also not very amazing either. I might have to just go with the classic, throw him a running back, and then throw him some draft picks as well. So let me go. I mean, I have a 3rd round pick next season. That gets it very close. Okay, and then I can throw him like a 5th round pick this year, and we should be able to get it done, right? Trade offer accepted. That's so easy, man. Getting Christian McCaffrey on this team. That's a future. That's a little stash. We're just stash Christian McCaffrey. We've got our running back figured out for the future. All right, so that takes care of that. Now we just need to work on safety. Are there any good safeties available just yet, or do we have to wait a little bit further? I'm okay to keep waiting. I mean, we have serviceable guys right now. But if we can grab somebody that's either like a rookie or super young or something, then that would be ideal. But I'm not seeing anybody that really piques the old interest. Landon Collins, but he's already a 92. That's not going to be possible. I'd have to give up a 1st round pick probably. Ooh, Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams does fall off a little bit, but in his peak, he was a pretty decent overall player. So maybe we could grab Jamal Adams here. They need a quarterback. I have Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer. Ooh, they actually have green interest in Brian Hoyer. Oh my God, that almost went through. Brian Hoyer for Jamal Adams. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Just take a little minute and think about that. Brian Hoyer basically was the piece of this trade that the Jets are interested in. So now we've got ourselves a safety for at least a little bit. What about edge rushers? They moved Sheldon Richardson to right outside linebacker? What? Since when did Sheldon Richardson ever play outside linebacker? That seems crazy. Clay Matthews isn't going to be it. No, there's Alden Smith. There's got to be somebody. I might have to wait a little bit more. Oh, TJ Watt is in this. Man, I got my years all mixed up. TJ Watt is in it. Okay, we can grab TJ Watt then. What can we give up for TJ Watt? We can give up Eli Harold, I guess, to give them back a pass rusher. And that really, man, it's so nice to have perspective and to see, go back to these old games and trade for guys that you know are like elite players. It's so much fun. I wonder, speaking of that, I wonder if we can get Myles Garrett. It's probably going to be a little bit tricky. Is he in the game? He should be, right? This should be his draft class. There he is. 81 overall, Myles Garrett. Is it going to be possible? I mean, we've been able to get all the other 81 overall players, so I wouldn't see why it'd be that difficult. Do they want CJ Beathard? Yes, I understand it's CJ Beathard. I like to call him CJ Beathard. They don't want him, but they need a free safety. And I have a surplus of free safeties. I'm not going to give up Jordan Poyer, but I can give up Jimmy Ward? Possibly? I mean, to get Myles Garrett, that seems like a no-brainer. So, Jimmy Ward, and then a draft pick, I don't know, like a 4th-round pick. Man, this is the draft. This is the game to really stack up on some crazy young players that are going to end up being 90-plus overalls. Trade offer accepted. We got Myles Garrett on the team. That's one thing that I forgot about in the Cardinals one. It was to get Myles Garrett. So now we add Myles Garrett to a defensive line that already has Aaron Donald on it. Okay, that's awesome. What other players can I get? Like, who else am I forgetting that is going to be good in the games coming up? Let's take a look at offensive linemen. I haven't really focused on offensive linemen. Right tackles, or any young right tackles? Lane Johnson, 26 years old, probably a little bit difficult. I still haven't even traded my 1st-round picks yet, so we can make a splash and get somebody big. If I wanted to get Lane Johnson or something like that, we can make a big splash and go for somebody crazy, because I do have my 1st-round picks left. And it looks like the right tackle market is not good just yet, so we'll have to wait on that. It's just there's not really, I mean, Lyle Collins not really worth it too much, is it? We can go for maybe a center. Is there a center that's going to be decent? Look what we have here. Jason Kelsey. He's already 28 years old. Jason Kelsey might be the guy. And he's not that old, or he's not that hard to get. He shouldn't be, at least. Middle linebacker. We just gave up Reuben Foster. I'm not going to give up anybody else. I will give up Aaron Lynch. I don't really want Aaron Lynch. Trade offer accepted straight up. So Jason Kelsey on the team now. Man, I am stashing. This is the stash portion of the video. I'm stacking up for the future, man. We are gonna be studly. Let's continue to look at some offensive linemen here. We just got our center for a little bit. What about our left guard? I've already gone the Joe Tooney route, so maybe we should go for somebody else if there is somebody else available. I might have to wait a little bit further. Same thing with right tackle. I might have to wait a little bit more on the left guard because it doesn't seem like there's anybody that I want to go for. So, what about left tackles? Have any of the good young left tackles joined the league just yet? Andrew Whitworth is there. Actually, I don't even really have to, right? Because we're going to get Trent Williams in a few seasons. So I don't even have to worry about that. So, okay. We're fine then. We're fine. I forgot about Trent Williams coming to the team. We're fine with that. I mean, it's going to take a little bit still, but he's going to be here at some point. Are any of the good D tackles available, or do we have to wait a little bit longer for them? I think we have to wait. Yeah, we probably have to wait a little bit for the good D tackles. I mean, we go for like Grady Jarrett, but he's only good for a couple of more Madden games. Did I do left outside linebacker? I don't think I did. Paul Posluszny, not going to get him, but he's one of my favorite linebackers of the 2010s. Shaq Thompson's interesting. I think we might hold off on left outside linebackers. I mean, Von Miller, but he's way too hard to get. I'm not really seeing anybody that like piques my interest at all. So, I mean, they had Vic Beasley rated at 90 overall. All right, let me just take a look at the team real quick. Now that we've added those additions, what are we even looking like here? We added Tyreek Hill. We added TJ Watt. We added Myles Garrett. So Tyreek goes down there. We add Jason Kelsey. We'll get Trent Williams at some point. Defense, we added Jamal Adams. We added TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. I mean, that sounds crazy just to even say. A D tackle 2 is probably not needed right now because we're going to have like DeForest Buckner and all that stuff, who's going to get better. So it's not really that big of a deal. The corners are good for now, although we only have 3 corners. Maybe I should go get another corner. Just to, I mean, we'll take a look and see what we have. Let's take a look at the corners. Is there a nice young corner that we could finish out this with? Right there. Tre'Davious White, stud. Tre'Davious White's a stud. Perfect. And I can trade probably, I don't know, like a 2. I could probably just straight up trade a 2 for him, and I would get it done. Yeah. So a 2nd round pick for Tre'Davious White, absolutely fleeced. Now we do have both those 1st round picks. Is there somebody out there, and they're valued at pick number 3? These are very highly rated 1st round picks. What splash can I make? Can I make the Von Miller splash trade? Is that possible? Because I'll try it. Might as well. Okay, see, look at that. That's crazy value for Von Miller. 2 1st round picks that are both valued at the 3rd overall pick, and then a 2nd round pick for Von Miller, and it doesn't even get into the yellow. Okay, so Von Miller's off the table, but that's fine. What other guys can I go for? Travis Kelce's at 99 nowadays. We're still going to be waiting on Kittle. Julio. We're probably not going to be able to get a 99, I wouldn't think. Maybe somebody in the 90s, though. I'll try Gronk. I'll try Gronk, but I don't think it's going to be possible. It's closer than I would have expected. I didn't mean to take that pick out. It's closer than I would have expected, but not going to be able to get him. That's okay, though. Khalil Mack's going to be probably impossible to get. There's Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's still 22 years old. That's kind of crazy. But we already have our wide receiver core pretty much figured out. I may want to add like a Justin Jefferson or a Jamar Chase down the line, but we're pretty much good for right now. We're going to get Trent Williams eventually. I mean, who else do I even want to add? Bobby Wagner would be awesome. Maybe I can get Bobby Wagner. He's going to be good for a while. That's very close. So probably a 93 is not going to be possible, but somebody in the 90s we can certainly go for. I guess it's not going to be as much of a splash trade as I would have hoped. Maybe we can get a guy like Jadeveon Clowney. He's not going to be amazing, but he's going to be good for a little bit. We're not going to be able to get TJ Watt. Can we get Clowney? Is that possible? It's close. 89 still doesn't get it. I guess I overvalued these first-round picks. I thought that they were going to be a little bit more highly sought after. I guess a guy like Jarrell Casey would be good. He could fill that D tackle spot. Maybe not. Okay. I was wrong. Do I have a... Did I trade my second round? I traded my second... Yeah. Okay, so I made a mistake and traded the wrong second-round pick in the Tre'Davious White trade. I bet that would have a little bit more value, obviously. So that's a little bit of a mistake. Oh. Ooh. Nah. We don't need him. That's crazy to say, but we don't need him right now. Who is a guy that we can make a trade for? Or maybe, I mean, we don't have to make a trade. I'm just looking because we have these first-round picks that are basically useless. So we might as well see if we can get something for him. Joey Bosa. Nick Bosa's obviously not in the league yet because he'd be on our team. But Joey Bosa is in the yellow. That's crazy, man. Why do they gotta be hating on me like that? Why do they gotta be hating on me? I could just go for Patrick Mahomes, but we got Patrick Mahomes in the Cardinal one. I want to get somebody different. I want to get somebody different. What do we do? Who do we use these picks on? I mean, we could just use it on Grady Jarrett, I guess. That might be end up what I do, just because we probably can get him pretty easily. Oh, no. Let's try Jalen Ramsey. Although we couldn't get Bosa. Oh, man. Jalen. Man. Why did I have to have him so highly rated? I forgot how good Jalen Ramsey was. I don't know. I'm not sure what to use these picks on. I guess at the end of the day, we just don't use them, and then they just go unused for a season. It's not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, we already got our guys for the future, so we're going to be good to go. But if there's an opportunity to use them, like Terrell Pryor Sr., Peterson's on the Saints. I forgot about that. Did I say Marshall Lattimore? Okay, we're going to use it on Marshall Lattimore. There we go, okay. It's not the greatest, it's probably an overpaid pretty significantly in this game, but in the grand scheme, it's pretty good. So that is quite the improvements. Not for this game, we're probably not going to be that great this year, but for the future, for Madden, like Madden 20, Madden basically like Madden 20 to Madden, or maybe even earlier, that Madden 19 to Madden 24, we're going to be unbelievable. So let's just cut a couple players that don't matter. Like a fake Ahkello Witherspoon, I guess. We'll cut him. I know he's decent in real life, Ahkello Witherspoon is, and it doesn't mean that I can't get him back in the next game, which I probably will. So it'll be fine. But let's simulate the season, and we'll see how we do. I mean, we still haven't won any awards. We haven't even made the playoffs. We've been 7-9 the past 2 seasons. Let's see what we do in the 3rd year. All right, so we do improve, I guess. We go 9-6-1 on the year. I don't think we made the playoffs because we don't have a playoff game in Wild Card, and we didn't win the division, and we weren't the best team. So I think we missed out again, but that's okay because we are getting better. This is about the long-term build. We just added so many future Hall of Fame players to this team. We're going to be fine. We're going to be absolutely fine in the future. We don't have any awards just yet, unless we won something here. We didn't win MVP. We didn't win Coach of the Year. We didn't win that one. We didn't win that one, or that one, or that one, or that one. Come on, give me something to believe in here. Okay, so we end game number 3 with 0 wins, 0 awards, and 0 playoff appearances. No Super Bowls, nothing. But that's okay, because, I mean, look at this roster. We've got Christian McCaffrey, who's going to continue to get better. We've got Odell, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, all going to get better. We've got George Kittle down here. He's not even on the screen just yet. He's waiting in the wings. We've got Jason Kelce, who's obviously going to get better. We've got nobody else on the offensive line. We've got Myles Garrett, who's obviously going to get better. We've got Aaron Donald, who's going to continue to be better. DeForest Buckner and Eric Armstead. I didn't even trade for those guys. They're going to get better. Solomon Thomas maybe is going to get a little bit better. Marshawn Lattimore and Tre'Davious White are both going to get better. Jordan Poyer's going to get better. TJ Watt's going to get better. CJ Mosley's even going to get better. Jamal Adams. This team is going to be freaking nasty in a couple of seasons. So I will go and rebuild this team in Madden 18, and I will see you guys there, where we will most likely grab our quarterback. Okay, so I've put the team together here in Madden 18, and we are looking really, really good, especially on defense. I told you, man. I told you. 87 overall, Myles Garrett. That was pretty much a no-brainer. 92 overall, Tre'Davious White. That's crazy because he was just like an 81 when we traded for him last game. Bouye's a 90. I've got Witherspoon back, as you see. Darius Slay's a 91. Lattimore's a 89. Jamal Adams should be starting. He's an 84 now. TJ Watt's an 80. Donald obviously 99. Buckner goes up to an 89, so that was smart to keep him around, obviously, because I knew that he was going to be good. McCaffrey's not good enough just yet, but he's still very, very good. Marpet's an 81. Kelce jumps up to an 87, which is amazing. Kittle now starts at 81. Everybody's doing very, very well, and I'm thinking that we're obviously going to be very, very good this season, at least I hope. We need to figure out that quarterback spot. Derek Carr is not going to be our guy forever. He just can't be. He's just not going to be good enough. So we're going to have to figure out the quarterback spot, preferably in this episode. And it looks like Josh Allen's not available. Okay. This should be that draft class, right? Or am I 1 year too? I think I might be 1 year ahead. There's Patrick Mahomes. I think I might be 1 year ahead. Oh, okay. So maybe we don't find out the draft class in this game. Maybe we have to wait one more game, because I'm thinking Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson is going to be our guy. Oh, and by the way, when I traded for Derek Carr, I put Jimmy Garoppolo on the Raiders, which is funny. Let's see. Lamar Jackson's not here either, so this is, yeah, I'm a year ahead of where I wanted to be. But that's okay. That's okay, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep Derek Carr for one more season, and then next game we're going to trade for like either Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Okay, so we'll put the quarterback on the back burner. We've got Christian McCaffrey right now, so we're good on that. I wouldn't be opposed to trading like Carlos Hyde for another young running back that maybe we can have a two-headed monster. Maybe we go for like, I don't know, Austin Eckler is available. Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler type could be interesting. Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara could be fun. Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb could be cool. There's different ways we can go with this. I don't know what path I want to take though. Let's see. There's Kamara. He's already an 89, so maybe not Alvin Kamara. Maybe Eckler could be fun. Or Derrick Henry. There's Derrick Henry, 86. That could be a little tricky, though. Dalvin Cook's an 85. Did I already pass the Browns? Where is... Okay, so Chubb's not here just yet. He's in the 2018 class with Saquon, I think, right? Okay, so... Joe Mixon's 84. That could be interesting, but Joe Mixon kind of drops off a little bit at the more modern time. Dalvin Cook's cool, but he also drops off because he gets hurt. Kamara and Derrick Henry are kind of interesting. Let's see if we can get Derrick Henry. Is this going to be possible? It's actually a lot more possible than I would have expected. Okay, so Henry and Kamara is a fun pairing, and we have 2 second-round picks. Don't mind if I do. Trade offer accepted. Carlos Hyde and a second-round pick goes to the Titans to get Derrick Henry. So that's our little two-headed monster at running back figured out. Wide receivers are already pretty good for right now. We don't have to worry about anything like that. So wide receivers are good, although I could probably trade Pierre Garçon. He's an 87 overall. There's probably not going to be a better time to trade Pierre Garçon. He's probably not going to get any better than an 87. Probably should have traded for Diggs last episode or last game. 80, he's now 90 overall. I think it was like 85 when we saw him last game. But Diggs isn't the only good good wide receiver in this era. There's plenty of other ones that could possibly be on my target list. I just have to find them. Just have to find them. I mean, we already have a few of them on our team as it is. And I think I might have found the other one with Cooper Kupp, but I did get Cooper Kupp last game with the Cardinals, so maybe I don't want to do that again. There's not really anybody else that I want to trade Pierre Garçon for. Maybe I could trade Pierre Garçon for Stephon Diggs, since they're decently rated. But it's going to be a little bit tricky, it seems. So maybe if I go and trade my second-round pick next year, that takes it to the yellow. Okay, I just wanted to see where that would take it. This is valued at pick number 3 again. And that still takes it just to the yellow. That's crazy. I thought that would be at least into the green. Okay. Is it going to have to be this year's first? Maybe Stephon Diggs is off the table. I mean, that still doesn't even get... Yeah, I think Stephon Diggs is going to be off the table. That's okay, though. That's okay. It's not the biggest miss in the world, because we already have amazing talent as is. Is there anybody else that I could trade him for? I mean... I do kind of want to get some sort of value for Pierre Garçon. I don't have to trade him 1-for-1 for a receiver, but I was just thinking maybe that would be the smart thing to do. But I don't see anybody that is going to... Besides, I guess Cooper Kupp is there. I guess we're going Cooper Kupp. I might... can I get something else for him? I mean, we'll see what... Okay, I certainly cannot get something else for him. It's a good thing I didn't put anything else in there. That would have been bad. Is it going to be Cooper Kupp in a first? Or Pierre Garçon in a first? It is Pierre Garçon in a first. Maybe I could have got away without giving up the first, but it's whatever. It's whatever. So we add Cooper Kupp to the team, which is always nice. So the offense is coming together pretty good. We have George Kittle, but I wouldn't mind adding another tight end to pair alongside George Kittle, so we have like a two-headed monster at tight end. Is there another one? Ooh, is Mark Andrews? No, Mark Andrews isn't here just yet. Maybe we wait for Mark Andrews next game. We do the double. We do Mark Andrews and we do maybe Lamar Jackson. That could be fun. Because I don't know if there's another tight end that is going to be, like, fits what I'm looking for here. Kelsey is already going to be too hard to get. If we wanted Kelsey, we would have got him earlier. But I want to go a different direction this time. Yeah, so tight end we're going to wait on until next game. Because then we can get, like, Mark Andrews and stuff. There'll be a little bit more options. Offensive line, I probably should go with another right tackle. But again, we're waiting on whenever, what's-his-face gets here. Whenever dude gets here. Trent Williams. But before that, doesn't mean I can't add somebody else in the meantime. Man, I get the hiccups. Can't add anybody in the meantime. Is there a young right tackle that turns out to be a stud? Young right tackle or left tackle. Do they turn out to be a stud? I think the only one I'm seeing is Lane Johnson. I don't know if I can... I mean, Rob Havenstein, I guess. He ends up being pretty good. Lane Johnson's interesting. I don't know if I have the assets to get him. I'll give you Donovan Smith. And I probably have to toss in a first-round pick. I did give up my first for Cooper Kupp. Oh, maybe I don't. That second-round pick got it a lot higher. And then the third-round pick gets it done. Beautiful. So we didn't have to give up a first-round pick. So Lane Johnson comes to the squad. That'll be useful for when we eventually do get Trent Williams. We can play Lane Johnson at left tackle for right now, or Trent Brown. One of the two can play left tackle for right now for this season. Let's see. What was the other one that I wanted to... Oh, I want to trade Josh Norman. Do we have Josh Norman? I don't have Josh Norman. Oh, I forgot to add him to the squad. That's okay. I was going to trade him anyway. So I was going to probably trade him for Jalen Ramsey. I forgot to add him to the team. That's okay. That's fine. We're good with who we have. Other than that, I don't think that there's anybody else that I want to add because we have... Maybe I should trade Jaquiski Tart for a young safety. That could be something that is smart to do. Is there a young safety that turns out to be pretty good? Von Bell turns out to be a decent overall, nothing crazy. Adrian Amos, he's already a 90. TJ Ward, Buda Baker, I guess. We know Buda Baker becomes a pretty good player, but we just had him in the Cardinal one. Man, there's not really any safeties at this moment that turns out to be amazing. All these guys just kind of are whatever. Maybe John Johnson, but is that really worth it? I'm kind of thinking either... John Johnson III or Buda Baker. And we just got Buda Baker because he was on the Cardinals. So let's try to get John Johnson III. We haven't never gotten him before. And that is already pretty simple of a trade. What about if I throw in a third-round pick in 2019 that takes it to the yellow, and a third-round pick in 2018 as well, takes it to the green, accepted. So John Johnson III now becomes another safety that we have. The only other position that I would want to get before we start simulating is a linebacker. Because we have TJ Watt, we have Malcolm Smith, CJ Mosley. Those guys are going to be good, or at least CJ Mosley, or Mosley and Watt are. But I want to get another linebacker. I don't know who I want to get, but I want to get another linebacker. Judon gets good. I might just add Judon just because. That might just be a smart thing to do. So let's trade Eli Harold to get Matt Judon. Okay, they're going to be a little stingy. That's okay. I'm prepared to be a little stingy because I can trade them a second-round pick. And then I can also give them a fourth-round pick. But that's all I can give them. Maybe not. Okay, I can give them a better player, I guess. Do you want Malcolm Smith? I'd be more willing to trade Malcolm Smith, but I can give you Mark. You want Mark? They don't want Mark. I can give them Malcolm Smith because Malcolm Smith's going to fall off a little bit. Okay, that didn't work. I'll go back and give the fourth-round pick. I thought that trading for Judon would be a little bit easier, but I guess the Ravens like him. Understandable. And man, okay, so I'm not willing to trade a first-round pick for Matt Judon. So I think we're just gonna hold it here. Maybe should I add? Nah, I mean it's valued at pick 3. I can't theoretically trade that high of a pick for Judon. And I don't really have anybody else that I'd want to give. Maybe Tank Carradine? You want Tank Carradine? Not really. What about if I swap out Carradine and put the 4th in? Maybe that helps it out a little bit. Maybe the higher overall does it. I don't know. Does the higher overall make it matter? A little bit. If I had a third-round pick, it probably goes through. What else do I have? I have DeForest Buckner. I have Solomon Thomas. They're not going to want Solomon Thomas. I don't really have a quarterback other than CJ Beathard. You don't want CJ, do you? Oh, maybe you do. Hold on. Would this work? Oh, CJ in a 2 gets us Judon. Okay, I didn't expect that. That's crazy. Okay, but I'm still not done with linebacker, though. Just because we got Judon doesn't mean that I'm done with linebackers. Is there another outside linebacker? Maybe a middle linebacker that we could add? There's Von Miller again, but I mean, we'll have one first-round pick. We're not going to be able to get Von Miller. Not really. What about middle linebackers? There's got to be one. Gotta be one that I want. You're the one that I want? Ooh, 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 honey. Come on. There's got to be a young middle linebacker in the league that turns out to be good. What are we doing here? You're telling me all the good middle linebackers didn't come until 2018, 2019? I mean, what do we do? Was that Bradley Chubb that I just saw? That's Brandon Chubb. Okay. I guess they weren't kidding. All the good middle linebackers that turn out to be amazing in real life, or as we get further along, they don't show up just yet. What about right outside linebackers? Shaq Barrett, Levante David, Chandler Jones, Tamba Ali D. Ford. Man. I'm not really feeling any vibes right now. There's nobody that I want to trade for. That's kind of crazy. All right, so we'll have to wait on the linebackers until another episode or another game. I have that first round pick. What do I want to trade that first round pick for? Because it's the only other pick that I have value in. I guess I have that fourth. But the first round pick is really all I have any value. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything too crazy. Certainly nothing in like the 90s. Maybe I can get a backup quarterback. Because now I traded away Beathard. So trading a first round pick, the third overall pick projected to get a backup quarterback is crazy. But I might do it. I could do it for Patrick Mahomes just to for the fun of it. But... and I might actually do that. I'm not seeing anybody else that I really want. Even for the memes, I'm not seeing anybody else that I really want. So what we're going to do is we're going to trade for Patrick Mahomes. And then we are going to... I could trade for Watson, I guess. Where's he at, Texans? Deshaun Watson, 83 overall. Do I want to trade for Deshaun? I mean, we're in San Francisco. There's a lot of massage parlors. I might trade for Deshaun, just for the memes. Oh, I guess I can't. Okay, never mind. I can't trade for Deshaun, because that's all I have, is those two picks. I don't want to trade anybody else. Does that mean that Mahomes is going to be difficult too? Do they see the value in Patrick Mahomes? Oh, they like Deshaun a lot more than they like Mahomes. Oh, yeah, you made the mistake there. All right, Patty's on the team now. That still doesn't mean that he's going to be our That doesn't mean he's going to be our quarterback going forward. I just wanted for the memes to get him on the team. So Patrick Mahomes is now the quarterback, or the backup quarterback to Derek Carr. This is what the team's going to look like. I'll make Trent Brown be a left tackle. Why not? Why not have Trent Brown be a left tackle? I could have made Lane Johnson be left tackle. Might as well make Trent Brown be left tackle. And with that, I think that's everything that we needed to do. We've got a great offensive line. Actually, they just switched it to Lane Johnson. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Kittle's doing good. The wide receiver core looks amazing. Running backs now have a two-headed monster. And then on defense, we've got Donald and Garrett and Buckner and Graham, and all the corners are amazing. The safeties are even better. The linebackers could use a little bit of work, but we're going to work on that in the next game. But yeah, that's going to be the game, or the trades for this game. We're going to simulate to the end of the season and see if we can finally make the playoffs. And at least we had a winning record for the first time in the video, but we're going to hopefully make the playoffs for the first time and then maybe even win some awards. I don't know. We'll find out. We finally did it for the first time in the video. We have made the postseason. We play in the wild card at 12-4, which is absolutely crazy, by the way. How did we only... Oh, we're 11-4. What? How did it say we're 12-4 if we're in the wild card? What? It says we're 12-4 right here, but if we go to the standings, it says we're 11-4. What is happening? Are they predicting that we're gonna get the win? Is it glitched? Is it a visual glitch? Oh, it's because the Eagles went 14-1-1. Oh man, remember when Madden used to simulate ties? That's crazy. You never get ties in Madden anymore. Okay, so the NFC, oh wow. We weren't even close to the best team. The Falcons went 13-3 and the Saints also went 12-4. Why does it say we're 11-4? Okay, now it adjusted. What? I don't know, that was weird. I thought it was like saying that we were going to win the wild card game and it was giving us that extra win for some reason. I don't know what was happening there. Did we win any awards though? This will be the first time we won any awards. If we did, we didn't win Coach of the Year. Were we even in consideration? We were 6th. All right, whatever. We'll get that eventually. NFC awards. Are we gonna win any of them? Come on, give me something. Give me something to believe in, baby. Yes! We got it, that's number 1. Zach Martin, the first ever award in the rebuild is Best Offensive Lineman, Zach Martin. I knew he'd get it eventually. And Robbie Gould gets Best Kicker. 2 awards have been acquired. You love to see it. Can we add a Super Bowl to those awards? I have no idea. We got to get through the wild card round against the Seattle Seahawks. Are we going to get any further than the wild card round? We do. We beat the Seahawks. We're in the divisional round against the Atlanta Falcons. They went 13-3. They're much better team. Well, not much better, but they're a better team than us in the regular season. That doesn't mean they're better than the playoffs. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I got scared for a second. I thought that we won, but we didn't win. We lose in the NFC divisional round to the Atlanta Falcons. That's okay. We made big strides. It's only going to get better from here. We're going to get so much better. Our wide receivers are almost all going to be 99s pretty soon. McCaffrey and Henry are going to be in the 90s next game. Derek Carr is going to be gone next game because we're going to trade him for either Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. We also have Patrick Mahomes, so we can decide what to do there. Zach Martin's going to continue to be a 99. Kelsey's going to continue to be a 90. Marpet's going to get a little bit better. Lane Johnson's going to stay a 90. Kittle's going to get even better. And then on defense, we're going to have Donald, obviously, 99. Myles Garrett might be a 95. Graham's going to continue to get better. Buckner will stay around an 80. All the corners are going to get better. The safeties are going to get better. Linebackers, I mean, the team is just going to be absolutely insane in the next game in Madden 19, so I cannot wait to get there. I'm going to go and build this team in Madden 19, and I will see you guys when I'm done. We are here in Madden 19, and I've put the team together, and let me just say something real quick. This team is unbelievable. We are finally at that mark where all of our young guys that we acquired over the past couple of games, they're finally into their prime. They're finally into their peak. They're finally into the 90-plus club, including Patrick Mahomes, who is not necessarily going to be our guy for this rebuild or for this video, but for a season at 94 overall, why not have him? We've got 94 overall Christian McCaffrey, 86 overall Derrick Henry, 96 Odell, 92 Devontae Adams, 84 Cooper Kupp. He'll get there in a couple games. Tyreek is a 94. 90 for Mike Evans. He is getting slightly older. Same thing with Odell, but he's still very good for right now. We will have to move on from Odell once he starts to drop off a little bit. Kittle has now arrived. He's a 91. The offensive line is looking really, really good. Remember, once we get Trent Williams, the offensive line will pretty much be complete. Although, Ali Marpet at 88, maybe we could find another guard, left guard that's comparable. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that. But the offense looks amazing. I didn't even mention we got Kyle Juszczyk, 85 overall. He's a fullback. We don't really use him, but having him on the team is nice. And as you can see, our offense is 99. Our defense is a 95. We are looking unbelievable on defense. Myles Garrett, 93. He's only going to continue to get better up to 99. DeForest Buckner, 87. Obviously, Donald's a 99. Brandon Graham is a 94. The linebackers are starting to get even better. And we added Fred Warner now because he's on the team now because he's on the 49ers. Same thing with Richard Sherman. I didn't have to do anything. We added an extra corner. That's really, really nice to have Richard Sherman on the team. John Johnson III is even better. Jamal Adams is even better. All the corners are getting better. Like, this team, you can't really improve this team too much, except for maybe the linebackers, I guess. But obviously, we're not going to replace TJ Watt. We're just going to wait for him to get even higher overall. The thing on offense that I'm going to do is I'm going to look to trade for Lamar Jackson. I am going to look for... Oh, I got to turn off salary cap because it's not going to let us make any more adjustments with the team making so much money. So let me go over here. League settings. I'll have salary cap off for the rest of the videos or rest of the games. All right, so... And it just makes it easier for me to make the trades to get the team ready in the first place. All right, so with the salary cap off, now we can try to trade for Lamar Jackson. And I think I'm going to trade Derek Carr for him because I don't want to trade Mahomes just yet. So let's get to the Baltimore Ravens and let's go for Lamar. I've decided on Lamar and not Josh Allen. Maybe the next time we do this, we can go for Josh Allen, but it's an 80 for an 80. So they decline that because they obviously think that Lamar has value, which is obvious. I'd be willing to give up a first-round pick, and I think I might need to. I think I might need to give up a first-round pick for Lamar Jackson, which sounds crazy to say, and that's not even going to get close. Okay, so maybe Derek Carr's not the guy that they are going to want. They want a middle linebacker. Do we trade CJ Mosley and then just ride it out with Warner because we know he's going to be amazing? But he's not going to be amazing right away, so maybe we should keep we should keep him for a little bit longer. What about Malcolm Smith? I don't really want Malcolm Smith anymore. Okay, Lamar's going to be a little bit difficult to get. Lamar is going to be very difficult to get. I can give them Solomon Thomas. Maybe they have value in him. Okay, not as much as I would hope. What about if I pair Solomon Thomas with the first-round pick from next year and Derek Carr? What about that? Okay, that doesn't even get us into the yellow or orange or anything. So getting Lamar Jackson is going to be very difficult. I think the only way that I'm going to be able to do this is by trading Mahomes. If I trade Mahomes to the Ravens to get Lamar Jackson, that might be the only way we can do it. Do I want to do that? I mean, the Mahomes is such a high overall. He's so good, but we just had him in the Cardinals one. I think I want to go... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I should trade Mahomes for Lamar. Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy to even think about possibly having to give up Patrick Mahomes. I just got him. But it might be the only way that I can get it might be the only way I can get Lamar, because I don't want to give up anybody else that I have, and anybody else that I would give up, they're not going to... I mean, you saw what they wanted for whoever I was just giving up. The other dude along with Derek Carr. I mean, Solomon Thomas. They didn't even get out of the red. So I think the only way that we can get Lamar Jackson for this video is giving up Patrick Mahomes, which is crazy. But he might have so much value that I might be able to package him and Mark Andrews together, and maybe something else, because we know that Mahomes has crazy value. It might be not crazy enough just yet, but both these guys are young rookies. Can I package all three of these guys? If I could get all three of these guys for just Mahomes, I'd be a happy man. Okay. I guess I was a little bit off on the value of Patrick Mahomes. Even more so. Okay, so it looks like they want a quarterback. I'm giving them a higher rated quarterback who is a Hall of Fame type of player, and they're not even in the red. Oh man, the trading is hard in this game. I don't remember the trading be so hard in this game. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, let's go try to trade for something else. Let's look at some outside linebackers. What kind of outside linebacker talent do we have out there? Who's going to be good? Who's going to be good? Bradley Chubb? He doesn't really go up much more than 81, to be fair. Who's going to be good? Van Der Esch is already an 86. Devondre Campbell's not a bad one, but it's going to take him a while to get higher overall. I think that's just a waste. Man, right outside does not really have a whole lot, does it? Okay, what about left outside? There's got to be somebody that we can add to this team. Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick does get very good. I might try to add, or at least attempt to add Hassan Reddick to the squad. What do they want? They want a right tackle. My only right tackle option is Mike McGlinchey, but he's playing left tackle right now because Trent Brown is there. Are they even interested in Mike McGlinchey? They might take this. They might take this. Can I get like a pick with him or something? Maybe. They've got Budda Baker playing corner. That's weird. Can I get a pick, maybe like a third-round pick alongside Hassan Reddick? Oh man, I might have misjudged this game's trading. Oh wow. Okay, we might not be making any moves in Madden 19. I don't remember the trading being so difficult in this game. Maybe that's just because I haven't played franchise in so long on this game. I don't remember it being so difficult, but maybe it was and I'm just forgetting. I don't know, but I don't think I can make any moves. I think we might just have to simulate with this team. I might have to wait till Madden 20 to see if we can trade for Lamar Jackson. I mean, Mahomes will be like a 90, what, 97, 98? Maybe even a 99 because he's on the cover of that game, so he's probably a 99. I might have to wait till that game to trade again because I can't make any trades So we're going to rock with this roster, not make any moves, and we'll see if we can actually get to the playoffs with a 94 overall Mahomes with the weapons he's got around him. I would think that we could, but I guess we'll find out. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We finish up the season, and we had our best record by far. 13-3 is the season record. That's what you would expect with a team as good as this, and they even got better during the season, obviously. So that's what you would expect from a team that we have built so far. Did we get any more awards? Can we add any awards to the That's Weekly awards? Can we add any awards to the resume? So we didn't win MVP. That was Deshaun Watson. Was Mahomes even in the competition? He wasn't. Okay. Coach of the Year? We didn't get that either. We were 6th again. I think, isn't that like back-to-back finishing 6th? Offensive Player of the Year we didn't get. No Defensive Player of the Year. No Josh Rosen won Offensive Rookie though. Okay. Drew Brees, Zeke, Julio. There we go. That's number 4? That might be number 4 or 3. One of the two. You'll see it up in the corner, wherever it is. You'll see it. But Martin wins 1. Brandon Graham gets another one. Okay. Okay. That's 2. And that is it. So we get best offensive lineman and best defensive lineman. I will take that. That is a big W. But can we add a Super Bowl championship, a Lombardi trophy, to the resume as well? Got to get through the Eagles, though, and we do. We take on the 26-21 is pretty close. A little closer than I would like, but we do beat them, and we'll take on the Seahawks, who are only 10-6. This could be fairly simple, but I don't want to say that without it actually going through just yet. Oh my God, we lose to the Seahawks in the NFC Championship, so we get as far as we've ever gotten, which is the NFC Championship, but we cannot win the big one. That's frustrating, but we still got a lot more games to go, so we still have a lot more opportunity to win some Super Bowls. I really thought that this team was going to get it done. I'm almost certain that next game's team will get it done, because we're going to have Cooper Kupp even higher. He's going to be even more of a factor. Devontae Adams is going to be even more of a factor. Kittle's going to be even more of a factor. We'll see what the offensive line looks like. And then on defense, Judon's going to be more of a factor. TJ Watt's going to be... I mean, all these guys that are slightly lower overalls will be more of a factor in the next game. So I'm going to go rebuild this team, or I'm going to go put this team in Madden 20, and then we'll see what we can do. Hopefully the trading is a little bit easier. From what I remember from the Cardinals video, it was a little bit easier, so hopefully that's still the case. Okay, so we are here in Madden 20, the first game that introduces X factors and abilities and all that kind of stuff, basically the new development system. So we can see that we have 3 superstar development players on the offensive line. We have a bunch of X factors, as you would expect, and this team is just so much better. Plus, I didn't even mention the last episode, maybe because I forgot, maybe because I didn't, I don't know, you'll have to be the judge. We have Deebo Samuel now, and then on defense, we have Nicholas Bosa. So, I mean, I don't even have to do anything, and this 49ers team is getting better by the minute. The only thing that I would want to do, and we have Dre Greenlaw, so he's going to continue to get better as well. The only things that I want to do is, I want to trade AJ Bouye before he starts to lose value, even more than he already has. And I want to trade... Who else do I want to trade? Probably, I think I want to try to trade Ali Marpet for Quentin Nelson. I might want to try to do that. And then obviously I want to see if I can get Lamar Jackson. I know trading Patrick Mahomes is crazy to say, and I tried to do it last game as well, but I don't want Mahomes 2 videos in a row. I want Lamar Jackson. So let's go see if we can do this. If I can actually get to the Ravens. There we go. So Lamar Jackson is a 92 overall. Mahomes obviously is a 99 because this is the first year he won a Super Bowl. Since this is a different Mahomes, this is a Mahomes that's already won a Super Bowl, he's probably crazy valuable. I wonder if this is the year where I can package the 3 guys that I wanted to package together last time into this one. Can I get Lamar, Mark Andrews, and Marlon Humphrey for Patrick Mahomes? Okay, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't even do this one. Come on, let me get Lamar Jackson. How am I going to be able to get Lamar Jackson? Come on. I couldn't get him last year when he was a rookie. If I'm trading Patrick Mahomes, how am I supposed to get him? It doesn't make much sense. If you don't want Patrick Mahomes and 2 first-round picks, then there's nothing I can do. Oh my God, I can't get Patrick Mahomes. Okay, I guess we can try for Josh Allen. I mean, that's not the quarterback that I Oh my God, he's a 77. I forgot how low of an overall he was right away. Well, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't send Mahomes to the Bills and get a 77 overall quarterback. I can't do that. But then in Madden 21, he's going to be a higher overall. Madden 22, he's going to get higher overalls. But I can't do that. Not in good conscience can I do that. Is there anybody else that develops very well? Not really. I mean, we go for Brady for a couple more seasons. Nah, there's nobody else. It's either Lamar or it's Josh Allen, and I can't get Lamar for some reason. I don't know why they don't want to trade. Don't you want Patrick Mahomes? You don't want the GOAT of all GOATs? Well, I guess we're gonna have to stick with Patrick for this rebuild. I'll try next time I do this. I'll try for a different quarterback. It's just so easy to trade for him because he's such a low overall at the beginning of his career. It's just so easy to trade for him. But I can't trade for Josh Allen. I'm trying to win championships, and Josh Allen at a 77 overall is not going to do, even with the talent that we have around him, it's just not going to be able to do it. So, who else did I want to trade? I should probably... I mean, these guys are only 26. It's not like they're crazy old. We could probably wait a little bit longer on them. I should probably go and trade Ali Marpet and see if we can get Quentin Nelson. I mean, now that I tried to trade for Lamar Jackson, it wasn't possible. Maybe it's not going to be possible to get Quentin Nelson either. Oh my God, why is it so difficult to get the best players in the game? Oh, okay, that worked. Why didn't that work with Lamar? Well, we got Quentin Nelson, so our offensive line is pretty much done because we have our right tackle in Lane Johnson. We have our right guard in Zach Martin. We have our center in Jason Kelsey. We have our left guard now in Quentin Nelson, and then our left tackle is going to be Trent Williams whenever he gets here in a couple seasons. So that's the offensive line is pretty much done. I could use a backup tight end. I wanted Mark Andrews, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting Mark Andrews. The only other absolute move I had to make was trading AJ Bouye before he just absolutely falls off. Okay, so I could go for X-Man. That would be a smart one because he does get decently high overall. Who else could I go for? Jair's probably out of the question now. I'll try it. I think I tried this last time and I wasn't able to get him. I'm pretty sure I tried this last time and I was not able to get him. I remember freaking out about it. Yeah, okay. So Jair's off the table. That's okay. Is there anybody? Jalen Ramsey, not worth it. Marlon Humphrey, maybe. But if I couldn't get Jair, what makes me think I can get Marlon? I think Xavier Howard might be the guy. We got Denzel Ward the last time. I think Xavier Howard might be the guy. And they're pretty similar overalls. So probably shouldn't be that difficult, but then again, that barely moved at all. That barely moved at all. Is it going to be a first round pick for an 83 overall? Oh my God. Was it that difficult to trade for anybody in these old games? Or not old games, but these less recent games? Oh my God, that's crazy. I'm not going to give up DeForest Buckner or Aaron Donald. I guess I could give them... I mean, I tried to give up Mike McGlinchey last game, but they didn't take. And that doesn't move at all. Oh my God, this is insane. The trade difficulty in Madden 19, Madden 20 is absolutely unbelievable. I'm giving them a replacement player. Yes, he's more expensive, he's older, and he is one overall higher. But I'm giving them a starting right tackle who's young, affordable, and good, and then a first-round pick next season. I mean, I feel like that's a trade they should take, but they're not even budging on that at all. I think the only trade we're gonna be able to make is for is for Quentin Nelson. I don't think we're going to be able to make a trade for anybody else, just judging by the way that those trades are going. At least we added Quentin Nelson, which is one of the main things I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to try to get a backup tight end. That's right. Is there any backup tight ends that I could actually trade for? I don't even know. What's the tight end market look like? Eifert, Njoku. Okay, we'll come back to Njoku. We'll just take a little peek. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Njoku's probably my guy, but I just want to make sure. Zach Ertz, but he drops off pretty heavily at the end. Hawkinson. Hawkinson's a good one. Hawkinson's a real good one. Darren Waller. Okay, so it looks like it's either Njoku or it's Hawkinson are going to be my two best options for right now. Njoku is a good player, but he's not a super high overall in the newer Maddens. He's like an 84, I think, 85. I might try to get Hawkinson. I don't know how difficult this is going to be. I'm hoping I can just, like, trade them a draft pick, hopefully. Let's see. I'm not going to give up any of these guys. I could give up Quan Alexander. He's not going to really factor in too much for me. Okay, that didn't do anything. But what about if I give up a first-round pick, since this is probably my last trade? Okay, that didn't budge either. Do they value? Is it just that they value picks this year? Because I mean, when I traded that pick for Quentin Nelson, it was this year's pick. Okay, maybe if it was a second-round pick, it would be valued a little bit better. I'll give up my second-round pick next year. And okay, yeah, trading is done. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm not going to fight anymore. The team that we have is the team that we have. We added Quentin Nelson, which is the main thing that I wanted to do other than to get a quarterback other than Mahomes. But, I mean, I'm complaining about having Patrick Mahomes. I have Patrick Mahomes. It's just that I had him in the Cardinal when I wanted to get somebody different. But until the games get a little bit easier to trade for, which they luckily do a little bit later on, like Madden 22, 23, 24, gets a little bit easier to trade. We'll have to stick with Mahomes. This team should win a championship. I mean, this is the greatest team ever assembled. So this team should win a championship. We'll see what happens. We went 13-3 last game and went to the NFC Championship. Let's see if we can beat that record and also get to a Super Bowl this time. We have finished the season 14-2. So we do have a better record than last game when we went, I think, 13-3, right? So that's awesome. 14-2, clearly the best team in not only our conference or our division, but definitely the NFC as a conference. Let's see if we won any awards. I did go back and check. We had 2 before the last game. So now we have 4 because we got best offensive lineman, best defensive lineman. So we have 4 total awards, no Super Bowls. We don't win MVP. Mahomes finishes 3rd. We don't even get Coach of the Year because we get beat out by Freddie Kitchens. How in the world do we lose Coach of the Year to Freddie Kitchens? But hey, there's number 5. Mahomes gets Offensive Player of the Year. We don't get Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kyler Murray. Number 6 is Best Quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Number 7 is Zach Martin, Best Offensive Lineman. Best Defensive Lineman, number 8, Aaron Donald. And that's it. So we have 8 awards now. That's a good year. That's a good year full of awards. Love to see it. But can we add a 9th award, which would be that ever-elusive Lombardi Trophy? It needs to happen. It absolutely needs to happen. We beat the Saints, which is a nice little thing. We go back to the NFC Championship. Back to the NFC Championship. But can we get through the NFC Championship and get to the Super Bowl? We do! Let's go! Let's effing go! We got the Super Bowl. Or we got an appearance in the Super Bowl. That's huge. That is really, really huge. We played the Chargers in the Super Bowl. Since it is the first one, I will jump in and we can hopefully see ourselves hold up our first Lombardi and add a 7th award, right? Because we got 4 awards. We had, no, at our 9th. Because we had 4 awards today, or in this game, and we already had 4 awards, so that's 8 total. So then, yeah. So then this will be our Our 9th total award plus our first Super Bowl. Let's jump in and get it done. All right, we are in the Super Bowl. We're going to let things ride here, see if we can get our first one. Hopefully we can. We lead 14-7. Come on, it's just the Chargers. The Chargers aren't good. Chargers are not good at all. 21-7, now it's 21-14. 28-14, 28-21. Man, the Chargers are coming back right after we score. We're into the third quarter now. We kicked a field goal. It's 31-21. I think we got a turnover or something. 38-21. That's a big advantage, but now they scored the touchdown. I don't know what is in with this Chargers team, but they are like punch for punch with us. 41-28. My God, it's late game. It is late game here. 41-35. We did it. We held on at the last second. Oh my God, I thought the Chargers were going to take the lead or tie it or something. They were going to do something in that game, but they don't do it. We stop them, and we win a championship. Oh my God. Woo. So that's our first one. That is number 1 of the rebuild. We still have Madden 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we still have 4 games left to go, so we can win a max of 5 Lombardi trophies. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We only won 3 in the Cardinal rebuild, and I think we won 1 in this game as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think Madden 20 was the first year that we won 1. Mahomes gets MVP. Should I count that as an award? I probably should. I don't think I counted that as an award last time. Super Bowl MVP for Mahomes. I think I will now. So that is number 9 and 10 because of the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl MVP. Plus the actual Super Bowl as itself is a separate category for just like strictly Super Bowls. Okay, so that's some big old W's right there. That's huge. That's massive. That makes me feel a lot better. Just I don't care about. I didn't play the last match. That makes me feel a lot better because at least we have completed the goal, which was to win a Super Bowl. But the real goal is to see how many Super Bowls we can win. And since we've already gotten pretty far and only won 1, not looking too good, but we have a max of 5 that we can win. So hopefully we can do that. Now that we have gotten this championship and we've won a total of... I like the little addition where they put the Lombardi back on your desk like that. That is something that I miss from this little screen, although it's kind of stupid, the screen in general. But the team has now won a championship. I'm going to go into Madden 21 and put this same team together, and hopefully it's a little bit easier to trade because there are a few guys that I might want to look to move on from. I'm not sure who, but I feel like there's going to be some guys that we might need to trade. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe Sherman, because I don't know how much longer Sherman's going to be good. He might even retire after this game. I don't even remember when he retired. Oh man. Okay, so we'll have some things to think about. But Madden 21, we'll put this team together, and hopefully we can win another Super Bowl and go back to back. Okay, so we are here in Madden 21, and we have got ourselves quite the team. We just won a Super Bowl in Madden 20. Added that to our list. The first one of this video, and I think we might go back to back. I mean, look at this team. We just get Trent Williams now. He will be here for the rest of the video, which is awesome. I told you we just had to wait for him, and now the offense line is pretty much complete. We can ride this offense line for the rest of the games because Jason Kelsey's going to stay up in the 90s. Zach Martin and Quentin Nelson are obviously going to stay up there. Lane Johnson's going to stay up in the high 80s, and then obviously Trent Williams is going to even get close to a 99 in the more recent games. So we're good on offensive line for the rest of the video. Kittle's obviously a stud. The wide receivers are amazing. McCaffrey and Henry are good. We still have Patrick Mahomes, obviously. We've got Odell. We do have Brandon Ayuk now, and remember, we still have Deebo Samuel. So we've got a great wide receiver core, and then on defense, I mean, it's just as good as you would expect it to be. We had Javon Kinlaw as a rookie. We might need to trade Richard Sherman because he is on his last legs. So the guys that I probably should trade, we should probably trade Jamal Adams, shouldn't we? There's got to be another safety out there that we can get. And we do have Trent Brown, who we're not going to need because we have Lane Johnson and Trent Williams. So we're not going to need Trent Brown. So maybe we can add another piece to the puzzle with that. But let's focus on the Sherman trade. I don't know who we're going to trade for, Richard Sherman. Obviously another corner. Have we gotten to the good young corners just yet? I didn't add AJ Bouye, which I forgot. But I was going to trade him anyway, so it's fine. I was going to trade him in this game, so that's fine. He can stay on the Broncos. Is there a player, Jarius Sneed, but I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, there's Xavier Howard. We tried to get him last game. I mean, there is AJ Terrell again. I guess I could try to get... I could try to go after Jair Alexander again. Might as well give it one more shot. I mean, Sherman's not that far off of overalls. That's a little bit more reasonable. And if we go to the draft pick capital, we talk about second round picks. We talk about green or orange interest. What about a second round pick from this year? Okay, what about a first round pick from next year? I would be willing to give up a first round pick. A first and a second? Oh, that's so close. I could get it done with 2 first rounders, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I'll come back to the Jair trade. If we still have our 2 first round picks on the table, then I will make that deal. But for right now, I don't really want to do that. I want to see what else I can do. So strong safety. We'll trade Jamal Adams. What can we get for Jamal? We can get CJ Gardner-Johnson. There's Buddha. Derwin James. I like the Derwin James offer. Or not offer, but I like the Derwin James suggestion. I think that might be the guy that we go for. We know that Derwin's going to be in the 90s. So we might as well see what we can do for him. So 1 for 1. Trade offer accepted. Perfect. So we trade Jamal Adams out of there, and we get Derwin James, nice younger asset, who's going to continue to get better. What else do I want to do? I mean, we could circle back to Lamar Jackson stuff. But do I risk? What's Lamar's overall? Because he just won the MVP coming off of this game, or coming off of Madden 20. So he just won the MVP. So he's a 92. Lamar's a 92. I just dropped my controller like crazy. Lamar is a 92. And Mahomes is a 99. Would we really lose that much value by trading away Mahomes to get Lamar Jackson? Do I risk it? Do I risk it to get Mahomes or to get Jackson? I've wanted him this entire video. I might as well do it. I might as well see what they say. Trade offer accepted. I should have got more. I should have got more. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay, we'll think about that for future. We'll think about that for the future. But now we have our new quarterback in Lamar Jackson. We still have Derek Carr, who I don't really want anymore. He's been here for a while. He's got a championship. Congratulations to him. We need to get somebody else. Who is that going to be, though? Who is that going to be? It's going to be Joe Burrow. That's who it's going to be. Oh, it's going to be Joe Burrow for sure. It is going to be Joe Burrow for sure. I could trade them Trent Brown. But what else can I get if I do trade them Trent Brown? Because that would go through. I could get T. Higgins, but we don't really need receivers. Oh, man, this Bengals team was bad when they got Joe Burrow. No wonder they were the #1 pick. Corners. Nothing I want. Jesse Bates, Von Bell. Okay, so it's really just Joe Burrow. Although I could ask for the 6th overall pick if I do throw in Trent Brown, because they're going to need him. So you take Trent Brown and Derek Carr. I get Joe Burrow in the 1st overall pick, or the 6th overall pick. They say no to that, but I can toss in some draft picks, at least one. Okay, so they value that very heavily. So what was it just for Joe? Okay, so it's up there. What about a 2nd round pick? All right. I think I might have to toss in Trent Brown and not ask for anything else. They really want their rookie #1 overall pick. And that doesn't even get it done. Wow, I forgot that they were going to want Joe Burrow. I thought that because he was a 77 overall, they wouldn't really want him. But I'm giving him a veteran quarterback, and I'm giving him a starting right tackle who's very cheap, and they don't want either of them. Okay, so the only way that we get Joe Burrow is by giving up 2 first-round picks plus probably Trent Brown, but I don't think that would even go through. So I think Joe Burrow is probably off the table, unfortunately, and this is going to be the easiest time to get Joe Burrow, which is kind of unfortunate, but I don't have anything else that I can give him because I'm still thinking about that Jair Alexander trade. It doesn't have to be Jair, but I would like it to be. I really would. And I don't even know if Sherman and 2 first-round picks would get it done for Jair. I'm just assuming that it would. That gets it into the green, so we don't even have enough to get Joe Burrow. Okay, so we gotta go back into the weeds, look for another quarterback. Josh Allen's now at 89. Brady on the Bucks. There's Herbert, but he's a 78. He's probably not that much easier to trade for. I don't know why I'm going for like superstar quarterbacks when we have Lamar Jackson. I just want to get guys that we have on that we can have on the roster forever. Tua. Let me get Tua. I don't even probably have to trade Trent Brown for that. Yeah, Derek Carr straight up for Tua. Beautiful. Well, that'll be good for the future. Now we get rid of Derek Carr's expensive contract for future builds. And that's quite the quarterback room right there. Running back room, I'm going to keep it Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey for right now. Wide receivers, we're going to stay with what we have because we are probably going to have to trade Odell, though. Is there a receiver? I might want to wait on the Odell trade until we get, like, the Justin Jeffersons of the world. And although he might be in this. He was in the pandemic draft, so he might be in the game already. But I was thinking like Jamar Chase and all those kind of guys. But there's Terry. But Jefferson should be in here because he was in that pandemic draft. So, yeah, here he is. Justin Jefferson, Odell Beckham Jr., Justin Jefferson. Okay. I didn't give up Trent Brown, did I? Not yet. What about if I give up a second-round pick? That's very close. Third-round pick from next year. 2 seconds? 2 seconds probably gets it done. Okay, so Odell and 2 second-rounders go to Minnesota to get Justin Jefferson. That's probably the only wide receiver trade I'm going to make. Because obviously we have Brandon Ayuk and we have Debo. I don't know where Debo's at. I didn't trade him. But we have Debo. So getting a backup tight end is probably the thing that I'm going to use Trent Brown for. So let's go around the league, look for a backup tight end. There's still the option of David Njoku. Dalton Schultz we know gets a little bit better. Goddard gets good. There's Hawkinson again. I might go back to the Hawkinson deal. Or maybe just Mark Andrews. Let me try for Mark Andrews. We just traded Mahomes here. Let's give them Trent Brown and see what they say. That's Lane Johnson. Trent Brown. What do they say to that? Oh my God. Okay, so we can get Mark Andrews. I wanted Mark Andrews forever. Now we finally have the opportunity to get him. I'll give them a 4th-round pick this year, and that gets it done. Boom. That's beautiful. So we got our backup tight end now. We've got our new quarterback. The team looks a lot different, but the team is also very, very good still. We've got Derwin. We've got John Johnson III still. We've got the corner. Oh, that's right, the Sherman trade. The Sherman trade is the last thing I'm probably going to do because we have Fred Warner, we have C.J. Mosley. Although I probably should trade C.J. Mosley. He's only going to get older. So maybe we should look to trade C.J. for another middle linebacker. Let's look around the league for middle linebackers. What do we got? We got Bobby Wagner. We got Arden McKinney. Roquan Smith. Tremaine Edmonds gets pretty decent. Aiden Van Der Esch, Jerome Baker, Martinez. I'm not really seeing anybody at specifically middle linebacker. I'm not seeing anybody specifically at middle linebacker that is going to get like crazy good or anything. So maybe we just stick with CJ Mosley. I mean, we could go for Roquan, but he's not going to be that much better, right? Let me go for Roquan. Let me see what the just to feel it out a little bit. Mosley for Roquan. That's very close. I hope this doesn't backfire in the next games. I don't think he gets that much worse. And I know that Mosley consistently stays at around an 85 plus, so we could just keep him. But getting some new faces is always fun. So CJ, or now Roquan is there. So now I think the only trade that we have left to do is the Sherman trade. And I was able to keep those picks. So we could go with Jair, or we could go with other people. I'm not really sure the move. I could go L'Jarius Sneed, that'd be easy. I could go Xavier Howard. I could go AJ Terrell even. AJ Terrell gets very good. Or we could go with the obvious one, which is Jair. Let me just toss the trade out there. So Jair for Sherman and my 2 first-round picks. Would this go through? It would. So Sherman heads to Green Bay. We had to get rid of Sherman because he's just not going to last much longer. And also, I wanted Jair Alexander a lot. So I think that's all the trading that I'm going to do. I hope that trading Mahomes doesn't kill the offense. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we generate the best lineup. We add in Justin Jefferson to an already stacked roster of wide receivers. We've got McCaffrey. We've got Derrick Henry. We add Tua. We have a great offensive line. We have now Mark Andrews at backup tight end with George Kittle. That was kind of just a vanity pick. We don't really need a backup tight end. And then on defense, I mean, we've got a great defensive line. We've got great corners with Jair, Darius Slay, Tre'Davious White, and Marshawn Lattimore. And then Derwin now at starting strong safety. John Johnson the third. Roquan's the backup middle linebacker. Judon will stay at right. TJ Watt will stay at left. We've got Dre Greenlaw in the works, in the weeds. We could trade D Ford. That might be the only other guy that I would trade. And I don't even know who I would trade him for. I'm not 100% sure. Would I trade him for maybe a corner? Another corner? I'm not 100% sure what we should do. So let's go find D Ford. D Ford is right there. And I could also probably trade Solomon Thomas wherever he's at. There he is. Because he's just not going to be anything for us. So D Ford and Solomon Thomas can probably pick us up a decent younger corner. And maybe this is where we go and get Xavier Howard. Or we could grab Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean. I mean, we don't really need both of them. We don't really need both of them. Maybe we go for L'Jarius. We send D Ford back to Kansas City. Is there anybody else on the Kansas City team that I would want that's going to be good for us? Chris Jones before he gets good, maybe? Okay, so how am I going to make this work? I wonder if I could trade DeForest Buckner as well. Because I'd take Chris Jones over DeForest Buckner any day of the week. And I traded all my first-round picks to get Jair, so I have a third. Okay, so let me take away L'Jarius Sneed. Let me trade Solomon Thomas and trade DeForest Buckner. I wonder if I could get this. It's into the orange. I don't think I'm going to be able to because I don't have any first-round picks left. I don't have any second-round picks left either. And a third-round pick is not going to be able to do it. No, it's into the yellow. Okay, so we might have to, if we're going to do the Chris Jones trade, I might have to do that a little bit earlier. So we'll go back to L'Jarius Sneed. But is there anybody else on this team that I would want? Kelechi Osemele. They don't have They don't have Trey Smith yet. He's not in a draft class just yet. Their wide receivers are not what I want. Their running backs are not what I want either. And then their quarterback obviously is not Patrick Mahomes anymore. So I think the only guy that I want is the Jarius. Solomon Thomas obviously doesn't get that done right away, but I'll give up D Ford. And we'll see what they say about that. That gets it done. So D Ford and Thomas go to Kansas City. We get L'Jarius Sneed back. We add an extra depth corner who will be good in the future. And we get away from a couple guys that just aren't going to develop in the next couple games. So, okay, I think that's all the trading we need to do. We'll see how this new look offense does with Lamar Jackson under center instead of Patrick Mahomes. I'm very excited to see how we do. I mean, we won a Super Bowl last game, so I probably shouldn't have messed with the formula, messed with the game plan, but I've done it. It's the same team, just slightly better overalls. We'll see how we can do in this simulation. I will see you guys at the end of the year and hopefully back in the first round bye. We finish up the season and we went even better. We just keep getting better, which is not shocking really, but it is kind of fun to see. 15-1, so it looks like we did even better with Lamar at quarterback instead of Mahomes. Mahomes haters, have your fun. I don't know. 15-1 record, good for the best record in all of football, I would assume. And obviously number 1 seed in the NFC. 40 touchdowns through the air for Lamar. He's beating those running back allegations. Did we get any awards, though? Lamar couldn't win the MVP, though. Lamar goes 5th. Where is Mahomes at? Mahomes doesn't even finish in the top 10 of MVP? That's weird. Cam Newton on the Patriots. That is... yeah, okay. He finishes 3rd, though. Coach of the Year? There it is, our first Coach of the Year. Arguably should have happened last game, but whatever. We get Coach of the Year, so that's another tick on the awards thing. The individual awards, though, don't win Offensive Player of the Year or Defensive Player of the Year or either of the rookies or Best Quarterback or Best Running Back. McCaffrey finished 2nd, though. We do win Best Offensive Lineman, so that's another one, and Best Defensive Lineman, first time for Myles Garrett. But we don't win any other awards. So we get Coach of the Year, and we get Defensive Lineman, Offensive Lineman, and that's it. So that's what, 3 more awards added to the thing? I'll take that. I'll take that. 3 more awards added. You guys will see the total as it's updated. And we still have the 1 Super Bowl. We're looking to get our 2nd one back-to-back here. We've got to play against the Cowboys. Madden loves the Cowboys. And we do get ahead of them. So we go to the NFC title game for the 3rd straight year. But in the first year, we lost. 2nd year, we won to go to the Super Bowl to win it. Can we go back the 3rd year? Back to the Super Bowl, taking on the Lions. What a weird simulation this has been. And we do get it done. For the 2nd year in a row, we will play in the Super Bowl, this time against the Cleveland Browns. Remember, this Cleveland Browns team doesn't have Myles Garrett anymore. He's on our team. So they did all this, and they don't have Odell because Odell's on a different team. He's on the Vikings. So they don't have Odell, or they don't have Myles Garrett. Somehow they're still in the Super Bowl. Congratulations to them. I forgot back in this era of Madden, this previous to like the new modern day, which is only like a couple years away, they loved the Buccaneers because of Tom Brady and Gronk, and they loved the Cleveland Browns. I don't know why. 11-5, they got to the Super Bowl. I don't know how they did it, but let's go squash their dreams. We are here in the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year, trying to go back-to-back. I didn't mean to do that. We went in Madden 20, excuse me, we won the Super Bowl, and now in Madden 21, we're trying to win the Super Bowl for the 2nd time. Let's see if we can do it. 14-2. I don't know how they got a safety. That's kind of crazy. It's 14-5, 14-8. What a weird stat line that is. The Browns scored a touchdown. It's 14-15. There's a bunch of unanswered points going on here. I don't know what's happening. There we go. 21-18. 21-25. Come on, Lamar. We're getting dangerous. We're getting into the good stuff now. 28-25 Niners lead, and we have the ball, and we have the lead, we have the game. A Super Bowl for the 49ers. We've denied the Cleveland Browns a championship, and I feel amazing because it's back-to-back, ladies and gentlemen. And this time we did it with Lamar. We didn't even do it with Patrick Mahomes, so I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, man. Well, I guess when you have a team as good as we have, it doesn't really matter who your quarterback is as long as they're decent, which Lamar is. Oh, man, that's That's a good thing. That is a good thing. We've really stacked this team. I don't think there's going to be much more trading to be done in the next couple games. I might try to trade, like, Mike Evans for Jamar Chase just to get a little bit younger at receiver. And it looks like Fred Warner gets Super Bowl MVP, so we'll add that to the total now. I don't remember what the total is of awards, but you will see it when we come back to the screen. Another Super Bowl. We have 2 Lombardi trophies now. We are catching up with the Arizona Cardinals. We got 3 in that video, and we still have, what, 3 more games to go, so we still have a chance to get multiple more, which is always nice. But let's wrap this up here. So we get the championship. I've built such a good team, man. We've got such a dominant team. Such a dominant team. All right, so let's wrap this up. We've got amazing players at every single position. Like I said, in the future, maybe even next game, I might try to trade Mike Evans to get Jamar Chase. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, Debo and Brandon Ayuk are going to be more of a factor when they get older. We have Jamar Chase, or we have Justin Jefferson, I mean. I might trade Derrick Henry next game as well, just to get like a fresh running back, because we're obviously going to have Christian McCaffrey still. Offensive line's done. Quarterback is done. Tight end is done now. And then on defense, we've got Judon's going to get better. He just needs to get on the Patriots. That's when he starts to have his best seasons. TJ Watt's going to be amazing. Fred Warner's going to continue to be better. Roquan's going to be good. The defensive line's pretty much done, except for that DeForest Buckner one. I'm not sure what I want to do with him. I might trade him. I don't know, though, because he's still like a high 80, low 90 in the new games. Corners are pretty solid. I mean, we added L'Jarius Sneed, so that's going to be good. We obviously have Jair Alexander. I think we're pretty much good. There's not going to be a whole lot of trading, just kind of swapping different players in the next couple games to add some younger talent, maybe. But I also want to mention, if you're wondering why I'm playing these on the PS4, on old gen, these more current Maddens, it's because the only reason is because I don't have any space on my PS5 to play them. So that's why. So that's why I'm playing them on the PS4. But Madden 23 and Madden 24 are going to be on the PS5. But let's get to Madden 22, which is next up, and I will put this team into Madden 22, and then I'll catch back up with you guys when I'm finished. Okay, we are here in Madden 22, and we have about as good of a team as you can ever have. I mean, Cooper Kupp has become what Cooper Kupp is at 98 overall. Devontae Adams is great. Tyreek's great. Jefferson's becoming even better. He's only in his 2nd season. We've got Debo right now. We've got Brandon Ayuk that's a little bit lower overall. I mean, the team is just amazing both on offense and defense. Now, what I was talking about in the last clip before we went to this game is the question of should we trade away some of our older guys like a DeForest Buckner or like a Mike Evans type. I think I'm going to do the Mike Evans trade, at least attempt a Mike Evans trade, but I don't know anybody else. I might do DeForest Buckner. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I am going to probably do the Mike Evans trade. Even though Mike Evans is a great player, we might want to get a little bit younger. There are better receivers out there. So Mike Evans, 28 years old. If we go to the Bengals, Jamar Chase should be here, and he is at 84. Now, Jamar Chase is the smart option or the easy option, but we could also go with like Jalen Waddle from the Dolphins, which could be an interesting choice. Jalen Waddle, he doesn't get as high of an overall as Jamar Chase, so maybe we should go with Jamar. And this should be pretty straightforward. Just trade for Jamar Chase with what's-his-face with Mike Evans. So we might be able to get something else for him. I don't really know what else we would go for. I mean, we'd go for like Evan McPherson and just get rid of Robbie Gould, I guess. But that's not really something I want to do because we're going to get Jake Moody at the end of the day anyway, so it's not the biggest of deals. Chidobe Awuzie, I guess, would be kind of interesting. Logan Wilson gets decently overall. Trey Hendrickson's fine. DJ Reader does grow, I guess. I I mean, I could see myself grabbing DJ Reader if they want to do this trade. I don't know if they will. Oh, that's actually very close. Okay. That would make it a little bit easier to trade DeForest Buckner for something. We don't have any of our first-round picks because we gave them to get Trey Lance, I think. But a second-round pick doesn't get it done for some reason? Okay. What about if I give up a fourth as well? Trade offer accepted. So Mike Evans goes to Cincinnati, and we get ourselves Jamar Chase and DJ Reader, which is pretty cool. And now the only other trade that I would do is probably the DeForest Buckner deal. But adding DJ Reader, I don't really know what I want to trade away, because we have a great defensive line. It's not like we need to trade for defensive linemen. We've got a great linebacker core. Dre Greenlaw is going to get better. I guess we could add a fourth corner other than L'Jarius Sneed, so I guess we'll take a look around the league for corners. I mean, we go for like Trayvon Diggs, excuse me. Oh, we don't need a corner because I forgot to add Tre'Davious White. Okay, I will. I'll go do that before I simulate. I forgot to add Tre'Davious White, and I forgot to add Jordan Poyer. Okay, so I guess I just forgot the Bills all in general. Okay, so I will go add those two guys before we simulate. But other than that, now since we don't need them, I guess we could do another linebacker. I mean, I don't have to trade DeForest Buckner. I was just thinking maybe we could get some value for him. He's still going to be a very solid player for us, so it's not like we have to trade him. But, ooh, is this how we get Micah Parsons? I didn't get him in the Cardinal one. I kind of want to get him now. I don't have any first-round picks, which kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. How do I do this? I don't think we're going to be able to. It's not going to work. Okay. I am having a little bit of issues with my camera freezing a bunch, so we're going to turn off the face cam for right now. I'll see if I can figure it out for the next clip, but I don't know what's going on with it. It's just like freezing every single time I turn it on. But I don't think we're going to be able to get Micah Parsons, not with DeForest Buckner at least, and not having any. If we had first-round picks, I might be able to do it, but I can't do it. So we're not going to trade DeForest Buckner. We're just going to keep him around. We'll just keep him around, see what happens. And then that's probably going to be it. That is probably going to be... We don't really need to make that many trades at all because we're already an unbelievable team. We're just trying to get slightly younger. That's why we traded away Mike Evans to get Jamar Chase. I mean, we had Mike Evans since the beginning. We had Mike Evans since the very beginning, but the offense is amazing. I'm hoping to get a third straight Super Bowl. The defense is amazing as well. It's very, very good. It's very, very good with DJ Reader in there. Yeah, this is a good team. We could look for a new free safety, I guess, because John Johnson III is fine, but what other kind of free safeties are there? Like, who would be a good free safety? I mean, we don't have any first-round picks. That's the problem with this 49ers roster, or the 49ers team, is we don't have any first-round picks to move on. So I don't really know where we would go. Let's just take a look around the league at some free safeties. Eddie Jackson, Jesse Bates, Micah Hyde, Justin Simmons. And remember, I'm going to have, I'll have Tre'Davious White and Jordan Poyer. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name for a second. I'll have them by the time we come back from the playoffs, before I start simulating. Could we get Javon Holland? I guess this could be where I trade DeForest Buckner. But is it possible to get Javon Holland? I don't have a lot of picks. I don't have really any picks at all. And a 2 and a 3 is enough to get him done. Okay, so that'll be our free safety for the future. The next couple games, he'll start to develop a little bit. And I didn't have to trade DeForest Buckner, so I'll take that. Okay, I'm going to go and simulate. And I'm going to go get Poyer and Tre'Davious White from the Bills first. And then I'm going to go simulate. And I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully for our third straight Super Bowl. Okay, so we finish the season undefeated, the perfect season. Now, if we complete the actual perfect season, which is to go undefeated in the playoffs, obviously win the Super Bowl, go 19-0, and then 20-0 when we add that extra game in there. I will add another little indicator for an award. that says we completed a perfect season. I don't know what that's going to be yet, but I will add that just so that we can kind of keep track of if we ever have a perfect season. But we complete the regular season portion of a perfect season, so that's nice. Do we get any awards to add to the team, though? Lamar Jackson seems to be quite the good replacement for Patrick Mahomes. Not as many yards or touchdowns this year, but I mean, we went 17-0, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't know what it was about this team that went 17-0. Mahomes gets the MVP. Steals it from our guy. I don't know why he did, but he did. Coach of the Year is us. We get another award. Perfect. I would have hoped that we get a Coach of the Year after going undefeated. So that's another award. Do we get any more? Micah Parsons, we tried to get him. Christian McCaffrey gets best running back. That's another one. Martin gets best offensive lineman. Aaron Donald gets best defensive lineman. And that is it. So we add a few more extra awards, extra awards. You will see that at the top of your screen. The adjusted total, the updated total. And now let's hopefully add another Super Bowl to the resume. We've got 2 already. So I'm hoping we can get a third one. Can we add a third Super Bowl? We beat the Saints, so we are now into the NFC title game for the 4th straight year, but our chance to win a third Super Bowl, since unfortunately we lost in the first NFC title game we were in. Let's see what we can do. Taking on Tampa Bay, who still has Tom Brady, the final year of Tom Brady, I'm pretty sure, right? Does he go next year? I don't think he does. Who knows? He might. I don't remember. I'm tired. We do beat them, so we are going to be in the Super Bowl against the Bengals. Remember, the Bengals almost weren't a thing because, or at least this version of the Bengals, because we would have had Joe Burrow, but I couldn't make the trade happen, so they got lucky. And we are 1 game away from completing the actual perfect season. The actual perfect season, which is 20-0. Or I guess 21-0 with the extra game, right? Did I say it wrong the first time? I think I might have said it wrong the first time because we went 17-0, obviously. And then... Oh, wait, the extra game is in the game because it would have been 16-0. So it is 20. I was right and wrong at the same time because the 17th game is in. So that's why we're 17-0, not 16-0. Then we won the game in the divisional round, which would make us 18-0. Then we won the NFC title game, which makes us 19-0. Yes, so I was right and wrong at the same time. That's weird. But if we win this game, we will be 20-0, have completed the perfect season, and I will add that to it. Also, we will have won our 3rd Super Bowl, so let's go and see if we can do that. All right, end of the game coming up. Niners, Bengals, 14-3 lead already. 14-10, 21-10, 28-10. Little unanswered point action going on there. 31-13. Oh, it's getting crazy here in the game. 31-23, Bengals trying to fight back. 38-23, 41-23, 41-30. The Bengals are giving us a fight, but I think we are just too high-powered, and we are going to win our 3rd straight Super Bowl. We have done it. 3 straight titles, 1 with Patrick Mahomes, 2 with Lamar Jackson. 3 straight Super Bowl titles. That has tied us with the Arizona Cardinals, but remember, we still have 2 more games to go. So we have a chance to get 5 in total. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the most we get is 4. I think we get 1 more next game in Madden 23, but I don't think we get 1 in Madden 24 because I know how Madden 24 likes to go. We we usually lose when we do pretty good. So we will go to the next game. I will have adjusted all the awards, add the 3rd Super Bowl up there, and I will have added the perfect season little notion that you guys know that we've gotten the perfect season. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be like a star, or I don't know. It's going to be something. Editor Juice will figure it out. But now you will see everything that we have done so far. I'm not sure what the awards are at this point, but I know we have 3 Super Bowls, and I know we have a perfect season. So we will figure out what that is. And actually, I should simulate to the next week to see who won Super Bowl MVP, so we can give that award as well. Even though it doesn't really matter, we should have already adjusted it anyway because we won the Super Bowl, so we automatically get Super Bowl MVP. But we might as well just see who it is, just to be fair. It is Lamar Jackson. Okay, so Lamar Jackson gets the Super Bowl MVP. I will go and load up this roster into Madden 23 on the PS5, and then we will have only 2 more games left. 2 more games left to go. I know this is a little bit longer, but that's because we actually had Madden 18 and 19 that actually worked. So it's going to be a little bit longer, but I will load this team up into Madden 23, and we will hopefully go for our 4th straight Super Bowl championship. Here we are in the second to last game, Madden 23, and I have built the roster. We look very, 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 very good. The only thing that I might do differently with this team now, and I'm probably not going to make any trades next game. We might as well just leave the team the way that it is. The only thing that I might do is trade Derrick Henry for a different running back, because I can probably get something decent for him. I don't know what I can get, but I can probably get something for him. We had Jonathan Taylor in the last game. What kind of running back can I get? I can get something good, I would assume. I just don't know what it's going to be. Maybe I could go for Nick Chubb. Henry for Chubb? That's very close. Very close. So it looks like Nick Chubb will be the backup running back to Christian McCaffrey, which is kind of crazy to say, but he is going to be the backup running back to Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Or actually, he's going to be the starter this year. All right, whatever. It doesn't really matter. The receivers are loaded, although I could think about possibly trading Davante Adams since he's getting up to 30. But what is the other receiver that I would go after? Nobody's as talented as Davante Adams is. I mean, he's a 98 overall for a reason. So maybe there is nobody else that I would go for. Yeah, I think I might as well just keep. I'm doing too much. I mean, the only guy comparable is Stephon Diggs. He's only like a year younger, though. And I could go for like T. Higgins, but we're fine. We're fine at receiver. We don't need to make any of those changes. Tight end is good with Kittle and Andrews. Offensive line is fantastic. The defensive line is very good with Garrett, Bosa, and Donald and all them. The linebackers are even better. The corners are fantastic. I could think about possibly trading Darius Slay to get maybe a younger corner. I don't really know who the younger corner would be, though. I really need to do this if I have a plan in mind. I don't really have a plan for who the younger corner would be. I guess it could be Trayvon Diggs. It could be A.J. Terrell. It could be Sauce. I think it's going to be Sauce. Let's try to trade Slay for Sauce. Do I have any first-round picks this upcoming draft? I do have one, which is nice. I'll see if I can get away without using it. Okay, I'm probably not going to be able to trade for Sauce, actually. If this first-round pick doesn't do much. Okay, it's probably not going to happen for Sauce. Yeah, okay, so Sauce is off the table. Other than that, maybe Trayvon Diggs? Or Tariq Woolen, I guess. He does turn into a pretty good player in Madden 24. I don't know. I'll keep Slay for now. I don't think I'm going to trade anybody else. I think the team is fine. I'm meddling too much. I mean, we went undefeated last year. we had the perfect season last year. I'm doing too much. I don't need to change that much. We are fine with having Nick Chubb here. The offense line's fantastic. The defense is just as good. So I'm going to simulate this season. I don't think we're going to go undefeated just because that's not the way that Madden rolls in these newer games. I know we just got it on Madden 22, but that's Madden 22. I don't think we're going to get it in Madden 23 here. But I will simulate, and we will see how good we do. We've wrapped up the season, and we went 16-1. So we didn't go undefeated. I didn't think we would. That's just not how Madden works for me. But we do go 16-1. We can see if we added any awards, though. You'll see in the top of your screen how many awards we currently have. I don't remember how many awards we do have. Lamar Jackson gets one, though. The first MVP of the video. And it comes in the second to last game. Lamar Jackson gets it. We also get Coach of the Year, so add 2 more to our total. And then we get Defensive Player of the Year with Myles Garrett. That's 3. 4 with Lamar Jackson, best quarterback. 5 with Zach Martin at best offensive lineman, 6 with Myles Garrett at best defensive lineman, and then that is it. So 6 more awards on top of the ones we already had is pretty darn tasty. So now you'll see the updated total for how many awards we have. You'll see the 3 Super Bowls we have, and you will see the 1 perfect season that we had from last season, or last game. Can we go for a 4th straight Super Bowl? We got to get through the Eagles first, and we will beat them. We take on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you know how much Madden likes the Dallas Cowboys, but we have the MVP on the team, and we have a 16-1 record. So it should be fairly straightforward to beat them, but it's never fairly straightforward when you're dealing with the Dallas Cowboys in Madden. And we do beat them, so we have a chance to go 4 straight Super Bowls. I like the sound of that. It's going up against the Chargers, who we played in one of the Super Bowls, right? We played in I forget which one it was, but it wasn't just last year. That was the Browns. No, I don't remember. One of the Super Bowls, I'm pretty sure we played the Chargers. But we're playing them again, and we are finding out if we can go 4 straight titles. Let's go see. All right, we are in the Super Bowl trying to win our 4th straight, and we currently have a 10-0 lead, 10-3 now, 17-3. 24-3. I think at this point we are just simply too overpowered, which was by design, obviously. 34-10. I mean, we're trying to win as many Super Bowls as possible, so 34-10, and we are going to go 4 in a row. 4 straight titles for the boys as we win another championship. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. And now we can go into Madden 24, the final Madden, the most current Madden we have as of recording this video. And we can try to win our 5th title. So we have now officially marked a new bar for most Super Bowls in one of these videos. Last time it was 3 because that was the first one with the Arizona Cardinals. Now it's 4 with the San Francisco 49ers. So that makes me feel better. I feel like 4 is probably going to be the sweet spot. That's probably going to be the most we can win. Fred Warner gets MVP of the Super Bowl, so we'll add that. Now you will see an updated total. You will see how many awards we've had with the Super Bowl going in and the Super Bowl MVP going in, and you will see the 4 updated Lombardis. So everything should be up to date. I don't know how many awards we have at this point. I've kind of lost track, but that's not surprising. We are going on to the final game. I'm probably not going to make any trades. This is probably going to be the final roster for Madden 24. The only trade I would probably make is Davante Adams, but I'm probably not going to do that. I mean, we just went 16-1 and won a Super Bowl, so I'm probably not going to change anything for Madden 24, but I will go and put this team into the game, and we will finally end the video in Madden 24. I have put the team together for one final time here in Madden 24, the most updated game. I'm not going to make any trades. I think that this team is pretty much... they don't need any improvements. The only improvements I would make is probably Davante Adams, but at this point we don't need to make any trades. We're pretty much good. We're good to go. I mean, I guess maybe Javon Holland could get upgraded to, like, maybe we could go after Minkah Fitzpatrick, but or somebody like that. And it's fine. It's fine. We're good enough. We are ready to go. Simulate the final season. You guys know the award total. You'll see it when we cut back. We are going to try to go for our 5th championship, not only of the video, but in a row. We've already set the record on the channel for most Super Bowls won in one of these videos, although we only did one previous one where we got 3, so it's not that high of a mark to get, but 4 Super Bowl titles, 1 perfect season so far, and a bunch of awards. Let's see if we can go add a few more of those things. We have done it again. Another 17-0 regular season. So we have one final chance to have 2 perfect seasons in this video. It could happen, but let's see before that if we can add any more awards to the good old-fashioned list. Lamar Jackson comes up just short, unfortunately, to Patrick Mahomes in the MVP race. So we only get 1 MVP out of all of these videos, or all of these games, which is kind of crazy. We do win Coach of the Year. I would expect us to. We went 17-0, so that's another award won. We get Offensive Player of the Year with Nick Chubb. We get Defensive Player of the Year with Marshawn Lattimore, and we would have won it with Aaron Donald regardless. So that's another award won. We get Lamar Jackson, Best Quarterback. Nick Chubb, Best Running Back. Justin Jefferson, Best Wide Receiver. Zach Martin, Best Offensive Line. Aaron Donald, Best Defensive Line. Oh, and then Marshawn gets Best Defensive Back. So tally it all up, Editor Juice. Tally it all up. How many awards do we have at the top of the screen? I don't know. You guys know. We have 4 championships, 4 Super Bowls, a ton of awards, and we are going to find out if we can add a perfect season and a 5th Super Bowl onto this list. We beat the Seahawks. We played Tampa Bay in the NFC title game. Will we go to a championship game? Yes, we will. We will be in the Super Bowl against the Miami Dolphins. And that's pretty crazy considering they don't have Tua or Tyreek Hill or Javon Holland, because I have all of those players. So we are 17-0 with a chance to have a perfect, technically we're 19-0 with a chance for a perfect season, a second perfect season on the horizon. All we have to do, the final thing, is to win our 5th championship against the Miami Dolphins. Let's go see if we can get it done. Here we are at the Super Bowl against the Miami Dolphins. The 19-0 49ers try to go for a second perfect season. This is going to be interesting, but I think we're just so super powered that I think we should be able to get it done, although we're not blowing them out as much as I would have expected. 20-14, and the Dolphins steal it at the end! The Dolphins steal it at the buzzer! They deny us the perfect season! Who is that? Who is that quarterback? I can't tell by the face scan. Mike White? Oh, this is... And Matt Ryan, I think, is on the team, too. Matt Ryan beat us. That's Matt Ryan. Oh, this goes down in history. This goes down in history, in the history books of the World of Juice channel. Wow. Our streak comes to an end at 4 titles. We don't get a second perfect season. That is the most upsetting final loss I've ever had. How did we lose? They scored, I'm assuming they kicked a field goal or something. I don't know what they did, but they beat us by a point in the championship game, the final championship game of the video. We lose to the Miami Dolphins. That's kind of depressing. That is very, very depressing. It looks like Lane Johnson and Trent Williams retired, but that's okay because this is the end of the video regardless. So in total, we win this many awards you'll see on your screen. We win 4 championships, and we had 1 perfect season. We rebuilt the San Francisco 49ers from Madden 15 to Madden 24, and that is our spoils. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took a long time to record. It took even longer to edit, so I hope you guys do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly, truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.